So the first preseason game, a couple weeks of camp, all the OTAs, and Mike McCarthy, in his 13th season as the head coach of the Green Bay Packers, will open up this on a beautiful night here in northeastern Wisconsin, close to the shores of Lake Michigan. There is a slight breeze tonight. There is a slight chance of rain, but it is all later, as you can see, just under 80 degrees. But it feels pretty doggone good so far. The third member of our crew is on the field, and we say good evening to Lance Allen.
Good evening, Kevin, as well. Always a pleasure to work with you and James. And I tell you what, Aaron Rodgers not playing tonight. Big opportunity for Brett Hundley. He will get the start. 9 touchdowns, 12 interceptions when Rodgers went down last year. Says nothing will really change in this contest for him, even though he's going into a contract year and even though he's got competition in Deshaun Kaiser. He says he wants to just show that he has greatly improved from last year. Kevin, James, back up to you guys.
James, one of the many stories we're going to be watching tonight. Lance, thank you.
One of the things that players make a mistake about is they compete against players in their own position room. They're competing against the defense or the offense. The guy on the other team, that's who you're competing against, not against the guy who's in the room with you.
There's a look at first-year head coach Mike Vrabel. We'll talk more about him. Last year, the defensive coordinator for the Houston Texans. Mike Mularkey gone, even though they made the playoffs, going 9-7. Mike Vrabel takes over. Deep back is a rookie free agent from Texas Tech, Cameron Batson. And to kick off for Green Bay, Mason Crosby. Tennessee won the flip of the coin. They got it, and they have chosen to receive the Packers, the Titans. And the preseason is underway. And about 4 yards deep, Batson will bring it out. And he'll be brought down with an initial hit by the rookie out of Iowa for the Packers, Josh Jackson. It's a return of about 33 yards. So the Tennessee Titans, who a season ago went 9-7, led by quarterback Marcus Mariota. 13 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. His quarterback rating was number 27 in the NFL, but he took the team not only to the playoffs, James, but he gave them a win. And in the backfield, they've got Derrick Henry. From the 28, 1st and 10, the former Heisman Trophy winner out of Alabama. He'll bring it out to about the 32. He picks up 3 on the play. The Packers starting defense is presented by Spectrum. Spectrum's network delivers enough bandwidth for today and whatever will come next. You see the names on that line. Wilkerson will not play tonight. Burks is someone that James will watch. We talked about that already. And 35-year-old Tramon Williams is back in Green Bay after 3 years away, 2 years in Cleveland, and 1 year with the Arizona Cardinals. From the 32, 2nd down, 7, Mariota. Lowry in pursuit and finally taken down by Fackrell. Kyler Fackrell with the tackle, and there's no gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
You know, Kevin, we talked about this before, the Packers with the iconic green and gold uniforms. And I look down there and I see Oren Burks, number 42. But I think of Morgan Burnett, who just finished wearing number 42.
Yes.
Not a lot bigger. Hopefully he's just as fast as Burnett. Just watching him in the first couple plays, seems at ease. He seems pretty calm right now, but we're going to keep an eye on this exciting young rookie. Rollins
will be the slot defensive back for the Packers. They've got a nickel. And then they bring down a safety, who is Burks. And here's a quick throw, and it is caught on the play by Nick Williams with a foot race into the secondary and brought down on the play by Clinton Dix. A combination, Mariota to the receiver, 4 years out of UConn. Williams, 38 yards to the 30-yard line.
Quentin Rollins kind of goes underneath. If you're going to go underneath, you want that left arm on the back of the receiver so that you can make the tackle as you're trying to swipe the ball away. But he went all out for the football, left the Packers in a bind right there.
So Williams the catch and the 1st down to the Green Bay 30 on the game-opening drive. Mariota to Henry. And he was initially hit on the play and brought down by not only Dix but also Devon House, and a gain of 8, so 2nd down and 2.
That is a big running back, and I don't care if you've been chasing, your guys around in practice. All of a sudden, you get someone who's a great downhill runner. Derrick Henry, when he's at Alabama, we all remember that that team with the Crimson Tide and Nick Saban is a huge running back. And you have to tackle him. You've got to square up on him.
DeMarco Murray is now out of the game. He is retired. There goes Mariota. He is chasing the play by Gilbert. And to the sideline he goes. And is there for a gain of 7. Picks up another Tennessee first down. Put him to the 15-yard line. One of the great things that Mariota can do so well is run the ball.
And in preseason, especially the very first preseason game, you're running a lot of base things defensively. You don't want to scheme against the other team. You're running your base defense. But one of the things, if you have outside contain, you've got to check there for just that one moment. And, you know, now that you're, oh, yeah, I was supposed to check. Maybe I'll do it next time. You will do it next time.
6 in the secondary for Green Bay, 1st and 10. With a handoff here, and this is Dion Lewis, the former New England Patriot, with Clinton Dix, and a flag is thrown, making the stop for Green Bay. Gain of 7. Right now down to the 9-yard line. Lewis was very important for Belichick and the Patriots, last year averaging about 5 yards a carry.
The distance to the goal from the end of the run. First down.
Ed Hockley has retired. His son Sean is now he's built like his dad, isn't he? He's been working on the weights.
Like father, like son.
Yes, that's right.
I flew in on my connecting flight from Chicago with Sean Hockley, and he said his dad, Ed, is now in one of those Minnebagos.
Like an RV.
Around, an RV somewhere in South Dakota right now.
He must be very proud of his son, who has been an official at various parts of the field and up and down the roster. Here we have a 1st and goal. Game opening drive. Mariota to the end zone and getting tripped up was Tywan Taylor. He is a 2nd-year receiver out of Western Kentucky. It's an incomplete pass. The coverage on the play by Josh Jackson.
Jackson going, wait a minute. Nobody threw at me last year when I was at Iowa. I had all those interceptions. Now they're throwing at me in the very first series. Get used to it, rookie.
Jackson led college football a season ago with 8 interceptions. 2nd down and goal. Luke Stocker is the tight end.
Jackson at the bottom, single receiver.
This is Henry. And he was belted in there with another hit by Blake Martinez. There is no gain on the play. They stay at the Green Bay 4.
Montravius Adams, quickness. You know, there are a lot of big guys along the defensive line. But if you have that quick first step, you can get penetration. You can throw the blocking scheme off. That time he disrupted the blocking scheme. They're running straight at him with a lead blocker, but he's there to create a pile and to really cause a no gain on that last play.
Montravius Adams, 2nd-round pick a season ago, began the season injured and played in 7 games. 9th play of the game opening drive for Tennessee. Lewis is in, 3rd and goal. Mariota, nice catch, slicing in for the touchdown. Darius Jennings. The catch, the touchdown pass, 4 yards, and Tennessee making it look easy. And the big play was a 38-yard completion on that drive to Williams.
Go back to the Super Bowl. Remember the Seattle Seahawks against the New England Patriots? Play much similar to this that Russell Wilson threw for an interception. Vrabel on that coach, it was a former Patriot, knew of that play. That play looked like it was right out of the Patriots playbook.
All scoring plays are reviewed for sure, and they have obviously checked that box. And so Ryan Suckup will try the extra point. 9-play drive, 4-yard touchdown pass. 2 big 3rd down conversions on that drive. Here's Suckup with the extra point. And 7-0 Tennessee. Right out of the blocks, the playoff Titans from a year ago for first-year coach Mike Vrabel get 7 on the board on the Packers television network.
This Packers preseason game is sponsored by Ticketmaster, Case IH, UW Health, and the Better Business Bureau.
So right out of the blocks on a good-looking opening game drive, the Tennessee Titans go 71 yards in 9 plays, a 38-yard pass to Nick Williams, and a 4-yard touchdown pass following Darius Jennings. So Bakhtiari not playing with the injured ankle from family night about a week ago. We saw Aaron Rodgers not suited up. This is no surprise to see these important players not suiting up for preseason game number 1. Marquez Valdez-Scantling is back at the 1-yard line, and the rookie will take it out to about the 25. He's out of South Florida. He's a 5th-round pick, and he's belted out there. And the Packers will start there on a 24-yard return. The scoring summary is presented by Spectrum. Spectrum's network delivers enough bandwidth for today and whatever comes next. Good-looking drive for the head coach, Mike Vrabel, and his new offensive coordinator, Matt LaFleur.
It's a nice punch for them. Now let's see how the Packers counterpunch, because even though Aaron Rodgers is on the sideline, you want your offense to go out there and perform these scripted plays.
Brett Hundley is the quarterback. Jamal Williams in the backfield. It's 1st and 10 for Green Bay. Hundley with the grab made by Adams, their number 1 receiver. He'll dance and he'll get a block on the play from Yancey and spin his way close to a 1st down near the 34, pickup of 9.
I can't remember if Adams was 2nd or 3rd in the league in yards after the catch, but you see his moves. He's always trying to gain a little extra yards to get upfield. Never does he just run and duck out of bounds like a lot of receivers in my day used to.
No, but you're not one of them. You like to catch and run. 2nd down and 1 with Williams in the backfield. And a couple tight ends. Williams. And brought down inside by Will Compton. A gain of 2, and the Packers will get a 1st down out to the 36-yard line. The Packers starting offense is presented by Spectrum. Spectrum's network delivers enough bandwidth for today and whatever may come next.
Well, just enough, a positive run right there. You're trying to pick up a 2nd down on 2nd and short. You don't want to dance around, bounce outside, lose 5. It's good to be a smart running back and realize the down and distance situation.
Byron Bell is beginning at right tackle tonight. Left tackle Kyle Murphy. 1st down and 10. Hundley on the move into the sideline with a pass at about the 45. Hauled in on the play by Geronimo Allison. And they'll call it a completion. He's out to the 45 and a pickup on the play of 9.
You get that play action. You get all the defense flowing over to their right, come back to their left. Nice job by Allison, because he worked up the field, didn't try and run past the defensive back, and then did a nice job coming back downhill to meet the ball, meet the quarterback's throw.
2nd down and 1, and this is Jamal Williams, who will take it near midfield, get the 1st down, and tackled by Kevin Byard with a gain of 4 out to the 49-yard line at Green Bay.
Earlier this week, I went back and I looked at like the last 3 or 4 games of the season to kind of get a feel on what the Packers were doing, what they were doing without Aaron Rodgers. And Jamal Williams just jumps out at you. That last quarter of the season, the way he ran the football really set himself up well. And I know it's a big stretch. Le'Veon Bell, Jamal Williams, the running style, where they look, where they're going is really similar to me.
1st down and 10. Blocked by Murphy at the left tackle. That is time for Hundley, and he's got his receiver Adams inside the 5. 48-yard completion. Put him down to the 3.
The question mark on Devontae Adams, is he going to the next level? Kind of, a top 10 guy, but can he really move up that ladder to be a top 3, 4 guy? And that route right there, there's this red line that's on the practice field that's 6 yards from the boundary. And if you run straight down that and you allow the quarterback to throw that ball to the outside shoulder, you're going to get deep completions. He did everything picture perfectly right as his wide receiver coach drew it up on the board.
And he beat two-time Pro Bowler Malcolm Butler, the former Patriot. 1st down and goal. Williams in the backfield. Hundley dropped. D'Angelo Yancey. The Packers have crossed midfield. Obviously, they've crossed the 50-yard line. When you cross age 50, ask your doctor about Cologuard, a non-invasive colon cancer screening for individuals age 50 and above. at average risk for colorectal cancer. Visit Packers50.com for more information. 2nd down and goal. Adams with 2 big catches on this drive of 9 and 48. Sean Hochuley's crew. Looks like it's against Tennessee.
False start. Offense, number 74. 5 yards. 2nd down.
Byron Bell, the former Cowboy.
Now, let me just paint the picture here. Now, Aaron Rodgers has thrown this ball to Davante Adams. Enter into the picture. Number 80. Big, tall, not me.
But
I
was just going to say, you're talking
Jimmy
about
Graham. 69 career touchdowns for Jimmy Graham. This is where he is money down here in the gold zone.
He is not suited up tonight, but he is a player who they will look at in the red zone, and that's reeled in. Williams with a great second effort and takes it in. Great cut, slicing by the D. 8-yard touchdown. And the Packers answer the Tennessee game-opening drive of 6 with a touchdown of their own.
I'm telling you, maybe I'll stop with the comparisons, but there is something very special about this young man. To double catch that ball, to stop 6 inches away from the boundary, and then to turn upfield and have the awareness to see people coming at you and realizing there's a little window that if I plant my left foot, then the right foot, and then dive forward, I can get in the end zone. This vision that you don't see from a lot of running backs around the league that Jamal Williams has.
Crosby puts it through. J-Ron Brown missed the tackle. Williams outside with the nifty move. The linebacker couldn't get it. But the running back for the Packers finds the end zone. Back in Green Bay at Lambeau, not just for Sundays, the Lambeau Field Atrium is the perfect place to shop, visit, eat, play, and spend the day. Visit Packers.com for all the action and all the times when available. Beautiful, beautiful. We were there this morning. James and I were. There's a look at Hundley, who led a great. There's Deshaun Kaiser reaching in and listening to the conversation on that sideline. The ensuing kickoff is a chip shot here by Crosby. Batson inside the 10 on a bounce. And then drilled on the play, and there goes a flag. Maybe a leading with the helmet type tackle, but the hit was made by Greer Martini, rookie free agent from Notre Dame.
During the return, holding by the return team, number 82. Half the distance to the goal. 1st down.
There is that expectation level we have that flags are going to just come from everywhere. And we see Jamal Williams on the field.
Because the scoring summary is presented by Spectrum. Spectrum's network delivers enough bandwidth for today and whatever comes next. Williams on that drive gained 3 first downs, 2 on the ground, and then the touchdown reception.
You know, I looked at a ton of his stats from his 7 starts last year. You know what jumped out at me the most?
What was that?
No fumbles.
Right.
You are a young player and you don't fumble, you're going to get to play more.
There's a new quarterback, and it's Blaine Gabbert with the pitch out here to Dion Lewis, who's brought down by Clinton-Dix at about the 11-yard line with a gain of a yard. The former Pro Bowl player, Clinton-Dix, out of Alabama.
I had a chance this past offseason to go on a Packer cruise, and Clinton-Dix was on that cruise with me. Yep.
A cruise?
Yeah, with Packer Legends cruise.
Wow.
And it was so much fun because you had some of the old players who they had to assist to get on the ship, like myself and Lynn Dickey. And then you had some of the young players, Blake Martinez, right on time there to put him on camera. But it's so much fun to be around these young guys and see the pride that they have about playing for this franchise.
Gabbert, who was with Arizona a year ago, dips it outside. Anthony Berksker, who's from Harvard, with a gain of 3 on the play and to the 14-yard line, and out there in the vicinity of that play was Martinez.
That was a misdirection play,
yes.
And they really snookered the Packers in. If he hadn't tripped on I don't know how you trip on this turf. I was down there before the game, and
Isn't it beautiful?
was in perfect, pristine condition. So, but you're a little nervous when you are playing for your first time in a professional venue. The legs get a little wobbly.
Gabbert is ready. Flewellen in the backfield. 3rd down and 6 for Tennessee. Gabbert dropped by Williams. Coverage on the play by Green Bay's Dimitri Goodson. Here comes the punting unit for the Tennessee Titans.
Great coverage, 3 and out. Enough pressure where you don't get the throw coming out accurately. See how it's a little bit behind the receiver at the tail end of the play. So you had pressure. Gabbert had to sidestep that pressure and then make the throw late.
Deep back for Green Bay is Quentin Rollins. He's back inside.
Looks like he's awfully far back. I bet he has to run up to get to this ball.
That's because Brett Kern, who led the NFL in gross punting a year ago, will boot this to the 38. And a fumble on the play. And recovered by Green Bay. The Packers get it. Coughed up on the play, recovered back at the 26-yard line, losing 11. Injured player is on the field right now for Tennessee. 47-yard punt. Rollins got hit, ball coughed up, but Rollins goes back and reels it in. Adams, a big 48-yard reception on the first drive. He's done for the night.
He's telling stories about it, too.
Right,
if he'd thrown it a little further, I'd have scored.
Second possession and series for Brett Hundley. 4 of 5. You saw 74 yards, 3 different receivers, a 1st and 10. And his 27. And the quick throw to the 35, grabbed on the play by Marquez Valdez-Scantling. He picks up 8. It'll be 2nd down and 2 at the 35.
Great wrinkle right now. A little bit of no huddle. But you also have Ty Montgomery in the backfield, number 88. So what is he? Is he running back? Is he wide receiver? Last play he was a wide receiver, and now he's at running back.
But on a little bit of weight, too. Here comes Hundley on 2nd down and 2 and downfield into a thicket, and it's caught on a tumble by Equanimeous St. Brown, the rookie out of Notre Dame, a 13-yard pickup, and he's out to the Green Bay 48.
That was a decisive throw. He made his decision, and he pulled the trigger. That's a throw right in between defenders. Great throw by Hundley.
Down the nice pickup with the catch. It's 1st and 10. Montgomery. Oh, he's slippery. Brought down in the secondary by Kenny Vaccaro, the former New Orleans Saints player who is signed by Tennessee. Takes it down to the 45 and a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Now, you made the comment about Montgomery putting on some weight. That's a good thing.
Yes.
You know, if he was a receiver putting on weight, that's a bad thing. At running back, it's a good thing.
You lift weights differently as a running back. You eat differently as a running back.
You eat a lot more.
From the 45, it's 2nd down and 3. They get around Murphy. Ball knocked away. Picked up by a lineman and vacuumed in that time by Lucas Patrick. The big hit put on that time by Harold Landry. Landry is a rookie out of Boston College. He had 26 sacks at BC in a big play and a loss of 7.
Landry was one of those guys that you thought might be a 1st-round pick because he has that speed, that explosiveness. You know, you say for Hundley, could you feel him? No, he couldn't feel him until he swatted the ball away. Good sack and strip, but fortunately recovery for the Packers.
Now 3rd down and 10 back at the Green Bay 48. Hundley over the head of Kumerow, who has been the talk of camp in a lot of ways. Kumerow is a player who's been in a couple practice squads. He has never played in a regular season game, but Aaron Rodgers has talked about him extensively this summer.
That was the pass that I want to see Hundley complete. Sacked the play before, that time pressured by Landry to the front side. He has to step away from the pressure, reset his feet, and throw a more accurate ball because he has a receiver that breaks open at the tail end of the play.
J.K. Scott gets it very high. The rookie out of Alabama. The hang time is there to the 21-yard line. Over 5 seconds on the punt. It was a 31-yarder from the rookie, and we'll talk about him all night long and all summer long. We're tied at 7. 3:06 in the first. Well, the number 1 pick for Green Bay, Jair Alexander, is out with an injury. He has a groin injury, and so Josh Jackson getting the start outside at cornerback tonight, the 2nd-round pick out of Iowa.
You mentioned his 8 interceptions that he had that led the nation last year, and you're wondering if that ball hawking ability translates from college to the pros. And we see him right up in that press position, so he's ready to go right now.
Blaine Gabbert remains the quarterback. David Llewellyn is in the backfield, 1st and 10 for Tennessee, and he throws a line drive pass, which is lassoed by Tajay Sharp. It's a 20-yard pickup. He's up to the Tennessee 41 and a first down for the Titans.
So it's the first preseason game. You have been practicing OTAs, mini camps, training camp against your own guys. Now you have a chance to display some of the things that you've done well against the opposition, and that's what guys are focused in on right now. The adrenaline has gone a little bit, but now they're focusing in on assignments.
First down and 10, Gabbert, the veteran, to Taylor. He's belted, as you can see, shy of midfield. Hit on the play by a couple, including Fackrell. Gain of about 8 or 9. Also in there, Josh Jackson. Put him at the 50-yard line.
Who we had just talked about. They ran a little combination scheme on his side. There was a slot receiver who ran off the ball and then ran in his direction. They kind of shielded him a little bit. He came around, made the tackle. So he did everything right on that play within the confines of the defense.
Llewellyn gets the handoff here. He's out of Toledo, has the first down, takes it in the secondary. Flag is thrown, ushered out of bounds by Jackson at about the 37-yard line.
A run that starts inside and then bounces to the outside, puts the offensive lineman in peril because they're kind of grabbing and they don't let go.
Holding. Offense number 66, 10 yards. Replay, second down.
And if you're the defender and you're being blocked and you feel that leverage changing, you see the running back who's going to go inside, go outside, you've got to now become a little bit of an actor. Flail the arms around a little bit, kick your leg up. I'm being held. Help me. Throw the flag. So
you sound like maybe you've done that yourself in the past.
I've seen it happen.
Oh, you've seen it happen.
I've seen it happen.
Second down and 10, spot foul. Blaine Gabbert was drafted in the first round by the Jacksonville Jaguars. Then went to San Francisco. Second down and 11. They've repositioned the ball.
So you've got that man-to-man coverage there. They're all across the board. Should have a good opportunity to watch the Packers work here.
Second down along 11. And Llewellyn, who is brought down by Green Bay's Ahmad Thomas, a former safety at Oklahoma, playing linebacker in the NFL, out to the 46. Gain of 6. 3rd and 5 coming up.
I'm not trying to watch him, but I kind of can't take my eyes off of Josh Jackson because he keeps contributing in the right way. His receiver came in to block on the safety. He immediately followed him in and got a little piece of the tackle. So I've seen coverage, and I've seen a guy who's not afraid to stick his nose in there and make tackles. That's why you get drafted in the second round.
Gabbert, 3rd and 5, needs the Green Bay 49. Incomplete. There's Jackson. The coverage on Sharp, and a late flag is thrown.
Well, that's away from Jackson because he had great coverage. Used his feet, not his hands, to cover him. But outside, somebody was using his hands a little bit to tug a receiver.
And with Jair Alexander out, Jackson getting the start at that corner.
Before the pass was thrown, holding. Defense number 37. 5 yards. Automatic. First down.
Now, see, I didn't see that. I saw a jam at the line. See, maybe during the preseason, as an official, you want to get your arm warmed up for the regular season. That's the only reason I see to make that call right there. That was a tug.
And this is a receiver talking.
These are sticky gloves. The glove would stick on your back if I touched you on your back. That was not a hold where he didn't impede his progress by holding it.
1st and 10. Ekram Watley, a rookie out of Iowa, will get the catch and brought down, flag thrown, a hit by Oren Burks, the rookie out of Vanderbilt, who James is going to watch, a 3rd-round pick out of Vandy. This is on Tennessee.
Holding. Offense number 76. That penalty's declined. Second down.
Suafilo, who is a veteran offensive lineman from UCLA. He's played 4 years with the Houston Texans when Vrabel was there. Signs as a free agent with Tennessee.
A little bit of knowledge about him, but going back to Oren Burks, 6'3", 233 pounds, That's a big person, but not a big linebacker. So what he's got to be able to do is shed guys with his hands, move his feet, long arms, keep guys off of those offensive linemen. 315, 320, 325 pounds could swallow him up if he just tries to power him down.
Penalty was declined. 2nd down and 10.
Timeout.
Delay a game, perhaps. Let's see.
Before the delay, timeout.
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Before the delay,
first.
they called a timeout.
30-second.
Now, you don't see the steam coming out of his ears, but it is. You've just had a penalty called on your team, and then you have a delay of game. You're the first-time head coach, and you're turning a little red. You're upset. You don't want anybody around you, and nobody's going to come over and talk to Vrabel right now. Look, everybody's kind of looking the opposite direction.
Mike Vrabel, first-year head coach, hired in January, played 14 seasons in the National Football League, began with Pittsburgh, most notoriety with Belichick in New England. Then he finished up in Kansas City. He was an assistant at Ohio State under Urban Meyer. He was under Bill O'Brien with the Houston Texans. And,
you know that lane that you get to drive in on the freeway, fast track?
Yes.
Fast track the head coaching job.
You're right. 2nd down 10. Gabbert, good time. Bad throw. Looking for Sharp, another flag.
I think you had a lineman kind of drifting down the field. I'm looking at where that flag was thrown.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense number 58. 15 yards. Automatic. First down.
On Greer Martini, rookie free agent.
He's kind of trying to look up at the screen to see if it happened.
4th penalty on Green Bay.
You know, when you get called, you have that incredulous look on your face like, what? Who? Me? No. Whole face mask. What? How? Clay Matthews is going, I've done that before. They didn't call me.
McCarthy does not like these mistakes. Of course, all these teams in training camp have had NFL officiating crews. There's an offside, a little sloppy here.
See,
finishing off the first quarter.
Between the mental error and the physical errors. You know, a physical one that you're making too much effort on or whatever. You can understand
Defense number 90. 5 yards. First down.
Now watch the ball. You know, everyone will say, but we talked about, Adams being quick off the ball. That time a little too much fast twitch going on there.
Mike Pettin, the new defensive coordinator, James, is up in the booth. He is not on the field. He's like Dom Capers before him. He is up in the booth as the 3rd defensive penalty goes against Green Bay. 1st and 5. And Fluellen will break a tackle of Adams. He'll break some more tackles and is finally brought down by Whitehead with a gain of 11 and a first down for Tennessee to the Green Bay 18, which will take us to the end of the first quarter. There's a look at Mike Pettin. Feels he has more access to information, spreads out a lot of sheets in front of him.
This is the end of the first quarter.
Former head coach in the NFL is going to be up there. So Green Bay and Tennessee have gotten touchdown passes both ways. Hundley hit Jamal Williams for 8 to tie the game at 7 at the end of 1 on the Packers television network. Beautiful night at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. The second quarter is sponsored by Menards. Save big money at Menards. Hall of Famer James Lofton, Lance Allen on our sideline. Kevin Harlan starting the second quarter. Drive for Tennessee began back at their 21-yard line. They've had 4 first downs on this drive and 2 by penalty. And Gabbert will have it 1st and 10 at the 18 of the Packers. And Gabbert with an incompletion, looking for Sharp, and the coverage on the play by Josh Jackson.
We've seen a lot of Josh Jackson in this drive. That play, when you shifted the running back out of the backfield and the linebacker went with him, immediately that told the quarterback it's man-to-man coverage. If the corner had gone out there and the linebacker moved to the slot, it would have been zone coverage. So a good indicator. And, we talked about this with Pettin. He wants to see guys cover. We want to see him cover man-to-man. So man-to-man coverage on that last play.
2nd down and 10. Fluellen. And hit initially on the play by Reggie Gilbert.
Nice job by Gilbert. He was able to shed the blocker, still maintain outside leverage, turn the play back in where the rest of his buddies were and make the tackle.
Gilbert, undrafted out of Arizona, on Green Bay's practice squad, all of 16. First 15 weeks of last year on the practice squad. Gain of 4 in the previous play. 3rd down and 6. Six defensive backs for Green Bay. Gabbert, Flewellen, Burks to about the 11-yard line. Shy of the first down. Picks up about 3.
Nice job by Burks as he closes to take an angle to kind of cut the runner off. You don't go straight at him. If you do that, he's just going to scoot right down the sideline. But he took a little angle right in front of him. I bet at some point he took a calculus class. Those angles, yeah, those angles.
Or maybe geometry. Is that what you're thinking?
Or maybe it's just fast.
They're going to go for it on 4th and 4. He's going to go to his running back, the rookie out of Iowa, and he makes the grab. That is Wadley, a rookie free agent from the Hawkeye program. He makes the catch, takes it down to the 5. He picks up 7. 1st and goal to go, Tennessee.
Boy, Burks had him covered, but he should have gotten his hands on him because he's under 5 yards. So go ahead and get that little chuck right there. Burks looks at you. You can see Burks in your picture there. And just because he's a little too much inside of him, you know that the sideline is your friend. So force him more to the boundary.
1st and goal. Gabbert, Wadley, wrapped up and taken down. Gilbert makes the stop and met him at the 5, and no gain on the play. Gilbert with the terrific play, who's been biding his time with a lot of practice squad time, learning the system, playing a different position than he did in college, and he's made some tackles here in the first half.
You mentioned being undrafted out of college. That's not the worst thing that can happen to you when you come out, because you get a chance. People put you on the practice squad. You get a chance to develop, and you morph into a different player than you were at the collegiate level.
2nd down and goal. Pressure applied. Gilbert on the move as Gabbert throws it away. Gilbert showing well.
Yeah, I want you to do that 3 times fast. Gilbert chasing Gabbert. Gilbert chasing Gabbert.
There is no intention of ground. Gabbert thrown beyond the line of scrimmage, and the quarterback was out of the pocket. 3rd down.
Great job putting that pressure on. You can see the hands on the hips a little bit. In practice, you get about 3 plays in a row maximum. Now you've been out here for, 8, 10, 12 plays on this drive, and the oxygen level is not the same out there. You're wondering, where did all the air go? But all you have to do is strap it up and play the next play as hard as you can.
Mike Fenton watching from the booth. 3rd down and goal for Tennessee. Gabbert. Well, at the very end, Whitehead was the one to drive him out of bounds, but there was pressure coming from all sides. No place to hide, no place to run. 4th and goal. Here comes the field goal unit for the Titans.
If you are willing to play a little harder than the guys on the other side of the ball, you know, the receivers, they get in the end zone, they go, oh, I throw my hand up, jog over here. You saw that Whitehead accelerate out of the secondary, left whoever he was covering, left his coverage area, and he knew once he did that, he had to make that quarterback throw the football away.
Ryan Zuckup will try a 23-yard field goal. And he puts the Titans up for his 2nd time tonight, 10-7 over the Packers with about 3 minutes gone here in the 2nd quarter. Preseason game number 1 on the Packers television network.
This Packers preseason game is sponsored by Chevrolet, Steinhoffels, Wisconsin Dental Association, and Concordia University, Wisconsin.
The scoring summary tonight is presented by Spectrum. Spectrum's network delivers enough bandwidth for today and whatever comes next. That was a 13-play drive, but a lot of penalty yards on Green Bay's D.
But with all those penalty yards, you kept them out of the end zone. So you had some bad with the penalties, but some good once they got deep down in the scoring area to keep them out of the end zone.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling is back. He'll take it from a yard deep. The rookie out of South Florida, one of 3 rookie wide receivers drafted by the Packers, and near the 25. And a flag thrown at the 22. A look at Hundley's night so far through a couple drives.
And he's had some really good plays. You see the accuracy. One of the things that we talked with Mike Montgomery about this morning is he said he wanted to play fast, get the football out of his hands. Well, you give him receivers to throw to, especially Davante Adams. A lot of confidence in Adams. But see him just flick that ball for the touchdown to Jamal Williams. So far, so good for Brett Hundley.
Bell remains the right tackle. Pankey has come in along with McCray at the guard. It's a 1st and 10 with a handoff here, and it goes off to Jamal Williams, second-year player out of BYU, the all-time leading rusher, gaining 6. A look at Bell, one-time starter for Dallas.
That was such a professional run, because that run, he started out at the left hip of the left tackle. And just a slight cutback to, as soon as the linebacker started to overrun the play, he cut back, cut it up inside, and a nice gain of 6 yards on 1st down.
New center is Dylan Day. 2nd down and 4. Williams again. Nothing right there. Dives his way to about the 19. A look at Jamal Williams.
Wait a minute. Nothing? That's a whole yard. I'm going to send you down there. We're going to give you the ball 7 yards deep and see if you can get that nothing. Okay. Come on, Kevin. Give him a break. And look at his numbers. A 4th-round pick. Led the team in rushing, 556 yards. But it was really what he was able to do at the end of the season. Add him with, Ty Montgomery. Both of them smiling there. And Ty Montgomery so far good in the 1st quarter. A lot of nice runs. And Williams picking up where Montgomery left off.
He remains in there right now. He had the most receiving yards.
No, you gave him nothing. You can't talk about him anymore.
3rd down and 2. Hundley, a block by Bell, a nice catch by Yancey, and he's got the 1st.
Well, that's awfully close.
Coverage on the play by LaShawn Sims. They give him the 1st down to just beyond the 21 of Green Bay, a pickup of 2.
See, as the quarterback coach, you give him a minus on that play because the accuracy wasn't there. Great catch by the receiver on the other end. But if that's a more accurate throw, he's going to make the 1st down, maybe even be able to run after the catch after that play. But really a nice catch by that time by D'Angelo Yancey.
1st down and 10. Fake to Williams. Hundley to Williams. We just mentioned all those receiving yards as a rookie running back a season ago. Around his ankles, he finds Brown. Gain of 9 on 1st down.
That pass, once again, a little bit behind Williams because he had to stop. If you throw that ball out in front of him, and watch Hundley after he makes the play action fake.
Before the pass was
really
thrown,
got to
illegal
force that ball
contact.
in this
Defense
direction
number
a
24.
little harder.
5 yards from a previous spot, automatic, 1st down.
See the receiver stop for the ball, and I'm kind of talking over the officiating crew. But if you get that ball out in front, throw it more out in front of him. Once you've read the defense, you know that you've had 3 receivers on that side. Run everybody off so there's no coverage. Get that ball out in front of Williams, and he may gain, instead of 5 or 10 yards on that play, it may be a 25 or 30-yard gain.
1st and 5. With the ball at the 26 of Green Bay. Williams with a tackle made by Daquan Jones. Why was Mike so excited about the running attack? What had been different in comparison to past years when he always said the run game was behind the pass game?
Sure, because when you think of the Green Bay Packers and you go to college and you major in something and you minor in something else. Well, the Green Bay Packers major in throwing the football. Everybody thinks Aaron Rodgers, you think Davante Adams, you think Jimmy Graham, Randall Cobb, on and on and on. But you get a minor in what? Running the football. He said now that minor's kind of like, the guy majored in 2 things now. So he's excited about the run game to come this year.
Montgomery in 2nd down, a quick slant knocked away. They were going for St. Brown. Beautiful play by Kalen Reed, who is a second-year player in the secondary for the Titans out of Southern Miss. 3rd and 8 coming up.
When I watch that play, I want more separation from the wide receiver. Reed, reaches over, makes the play. But at some point, you've got to separate a little more and then stick your hands out to pluck the ball. If you wait for that ball to come into your body, you're giving that defensive back just a little extra instant where he can come over your shoulder and swat the ball away.
3rd and 8. Hundley to the side. Nice catch across the way by Yancey. It's grabbed. He was knocked out of bounds by DeMonte Hurst, who's out of Oklahoma, former Chicago Bear. Flag is down, gained at the 36. As it stands now, about 8 yards, right on the money.
Now, see, Yancey did a great job with his separation, and he was held at the top of his break, so there's probably a holding call.
Before the pass was thrown, holding, defense number 36. That penalty's declined.
So as a receiver,
in a first down.
It's obviously one of the things you learn when you come to the NFL, how to get that separation. How long did it take you to get that part of your game down?
Well, you have some guys who have what you call great short area quickness, where they can stick their foot in the ground. You think of Donald Driver. He was exceptional running down the field, but his short area quickness was at a point where you just couldn't cover him in that 8 to 10 yard area down the field.
1st and 10 with Montgomery in the backfield. Brett Hundley out of UCLA going down the sideline and bobbled and dropped by Jamon Moore.
But he drew the flag. He did a great job in trying to high point the football, and he went up for it, and the defensive back played through him before the ball got there.
Reed was down there, and Vaccaro came over as well to assist.
Pass interference. Defense number 24. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul.
Reed.
1st down.
Now this drive from a penalty situation is looking a lot like the Titans' last offensive drive, but I like the fact that he went up for that ball. So you saw the Titans move down the field with 25 yards and penalty flags. So the Packers have had that same assistance right here. You want to be able to cash this in, only on the 36-yard line. But now, when you're in the huddle, you can stand on your tiptoes. You can see the goal line. You really have to believe you're going to score a touchdown right here as an offensive unit.
Repkowski, the fullback, is back in with the 1st and 10. Basically a 28-yard penalty. Hundley on the move. Ooh, nice catch. Beautiful by Allison. As he jumps right in front of the defensive back, makes the catch. He's down to the 33 and picks up 3. That was a beautiful catch for only 3 yards.
And he's running like a little spin route where he comes inside and he's going to spin right out. That catch. And you saw the defensive back so frustrated. I've got great coverage, and this guy catches it before it even hits the ground. That's like hitting fly paper. Well, you don't know anything about fly paper.
What do you mean? You don't. Listen, I was a ball boy when you played here. I know a lot about you. And fly paper. 2nd down and 7. Brett Hundley with the starts last year in place of the injured Aaron Rodgers. In the pocket. His feet buy him some time, and almost hauled in that time by Jamon Moore. Just that close. Sims defending. Also, Webb was down there. There's a look at LaShawn Sims, who was on the coverage of the Packer rookie Moore.
Now, Jamon Moore didn't come up with this ball, but what I've seen from the pass interference call and from this call is his adjustment to the football. See, his eyes are on that ball. The defensive back does a nice job in getting his hand up in between Jamon Moore's hands and ripping the ball away. You'll see some receivers who'll catch that ball, and then they'll take it to one hand to move it away from the defensive back as he's trying to rip that ball out.
3rd down and 7. Hundley with the 9 starts a season ago. Look out! He was hit hard. It flutters, and it is intercepted on the play by Brown. Jayon Brown. The hit may have come from Jameel President on the blind side or on the right tackle. Must have come over the right tackle of Green Bay. President was the one that jarred it free. And on the ricochet, on the fluttering ball, Brown gets the interception of Hundley. Something delicious is brewing at Lambeau Field. Open daily. 1919 Kitchen and Tap melts comfort food with the finesse of big city dining. There was nothing finesse about the drive coming over the Green Bay right tackle by Jameel President, who jarred the cocked right arm of Hundley into throwing a pick. And on 1st and 10, it's Akram Wadley who makes the gain of 4.
You know, we always talk about the blind side tackle, but it's the open side tackle. See this open area right there? He's an open side tackle, so you have an edge rusher, and that edge rusher swats the hands away, dips the shoulder, comes around and gets Hundley. And that's a skill set that you're always looking for in those rush ends. You know, we have it in Daniels, and we have it in other guys, and Clay Matthews. They come around that corner like that.
Here's a 2nd down and 6. Wadley again, flag is thrown, tackled by James Looney, who makes the grab on the line. He's out of Cal and a rookie. Of course, Brian Bulaga is the starting right tackle. They didn't really pursue much in terms of trying to fill it. They did get Bell.
Defense number 73. 5 yards will be added to the end of the run. Automatic. 1st down.
That's Joey Mbu for Green Bay. But Bulaga is progressing much quicker from the torn ACL that he suffered in November of last year against the Detroit Lions. There's a look at Ryan, and he's begun practicing, limited way, but he is practicing. And he says, and they think he'll be ready for opening day at the right tackle.
And Bell's a veteran, 8 years. 8 years, he's started 74 games in his career, so you would expect him to have handled that pass rush a little better than that.
Little sidearm throw here made by the quarterback, Blaine Gabbert. Caught by Wadley and run out of bounds on the play by the starting linebacker, Oren Burks. It's a 4-yard gain on the play. Put him at the 45. Green Bay has had 7 penalties against them tonight. A look at Bell. 5 have been called on the Green Bay D.
You know, you said something just a while ago. You said the starting linebacker, Oren Burks. Not the rookie linebacker, not the guy who's in playing a preseason game, but the starting linebacker, and he's accounted well for himself so far.
He's in there because Jake Ryan blew a knee in practice early in camp. Handoff, and it goes to Wadley, and he takes it up the sideline. Another flag is thrown. Stop there was made by Goodson. On the sideline, the flag is at the 45-yard line with 5.5 to play in the first half.
Holding. Offense number 69. 10 yards. Replay, 2nd down.
Let's go downstairs to Lance Allen.
All right, Kevin, yeah, we're joined by the left guard, Lane Taylor. And Lane, 31 games started the last 2 years. You lead the offensive lineman for the Packers in that category. Do you appreciate being the unsung hero, and is that kind of your calling card?
Yeah, I just want to be available. I want to play every game. I don't want to miss games. I hate missing games. I love playing. So, I take pride. I battle through injuries, be out there, play. Just love the game.
Left tackle David Bakhtiari out for a little while, but with your experience with him and your experience now, is that really that big of a deal just because you guys know each other and know the system, so to speak?
Yeah. Being with Dave, we got so many reps now. We almost think alike. We think the same things. Situations, we think the same things. So it's definitely having that familiarity with each other is awesome.
And I know getting to know you, you're a pretty quiet guy, but one of the things you like to do in your off time is barbecue. Is that true?
I do. Especially this offseason. I've always barbecued, but this offseason I kind of picked it up to another notch and love doing it. Love, grilling up some meat for some friends and stuff, so it's fun.
You got to invite me over sometime. I love barbecue. That's awesome. And the only other thing this offseason this season is, what are you working on?
I just want to become a better player, take my game to another level. I know I have another gear I can reach, so I'm striving for that.
All right, Lane, thanks for the time and good luck this season.
Thanks, man.
All right, Lane Taylor joining us right here on the Packers TV Network. Guys, back up to you.
Great, thank you very much. We just saw a 15-yard pickup, making it 4th down and 1. They're at midfield. We just were watching that interview with Lane Taylor. He has 31 starts over the last 2 years.
I don't know if I've ever heard a guard say there's another gear. But I mean that's very admirable because he knows how well he's played the last couple years, and he wants to up it a notch. So that's important. That's probably what the whole offensive line is thinking about.
Brett Kern to punt. Packers have 3 timeouts remaining. Got 4 to play here in the second quarter. Fair caught by Quentin Rollins on a punt of 41 yards. The new quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, Deshaun Kaiser. They got him in a trade with Cleveland. Demarius Randall being sent to the Browns. He has a 1st and 10 at his own 9. Flag has been thrown. Montgomery will take it up and tries to spin. Got as far as the 12 and a gain of 3.
Illegal use of hands to the face. Defense number 92. 5 yards will be added to the end of the run.
Matt Dickerson,
first down.
out of UCLA.
Kind of an unwritten rule, Kevin. You know, baseball has all those unwritten rules. You get the ball inside the 10-yard line. You would like to get 2 first downs or get out near the 30-yard line because you want to get that tilt in the field back in case you do have to punt it. You don't want to be punting from inside your 10-yard line. So they're inching toward that a little bit with that flag on first down, but out past the 30-yard line is your minimum objective.
1st and 10. Kaiser down the sideline. Kumaro is there. Incomplete coverage on the play by LaShawn Sims.
You got a short pass protection there for Kaiser. Saw his numbers, talked about the trade. Started 15 games with the Cleveland Browns last year, 11 touchdown passes, 22 interceptions. I got a chance to cover 4 of his games last year, and I asked him late in the year about his interception totals. Would he throw some of those balls again? He said yes, because he was confident that when he threw them, that he could complete them. You don't want a guy who's second-guessing himself, so I like that confidence.
2nd down and 10. You see the flag, the block by Bell, and he throws it in the grass.
Yeah, you had a screen set up, and they read the screen. Maybe he got the defense offsides or lined up in the neutral zone.
Offsides. Defense number 92 was lined up in the neutral zone. 5 yards. Replay, 2nd down.
It's Dickerson again. Let's check the ground game stats powered by Cenex. Be sure to stop by your local Cenex and fuel up on the way to your next Packers game. Cenex is the proud petroleum partner of the Green Bay Packers.
Now, you think Penton was upset with all the penalties. The penalties that are starting to pile up on, and that's one where you're lined up too far. You should know where to line up. You've been doing it for most of your young adult life.
2nd down and 5. From the 22. Kaiser. Played at Notre Dame and chased by 3 and incomplete. Montgomery was being tailed by the linebacker, Jayon Brown.
When he bolted out of the pocket, I thought he's just got to run to get rid of the ball. But to be able to still have your eyes down the field, that's where you can tell the 15 starts that he had last year as a starter. Even though they didn't win any of those ball games, you still have experience. He threw 476 passes last year. That's a lot of learning that he got done last year.
3rd down and 5. 2-year starter at Notre Dame, top 5 quarterback all time for the Irish in the major categories. Here they come. There he goes. Needs the 27. He's got the first down. Robert Spillane ushered him out of bounds. He got to the 30. He scrambles for 8. He led NFL quarterbacks in yards per carry when he ran the ball a year ago.
And great size, 6'4", 225 pounds, and good wheels to go along with it.
Yes.
Because you've got to run with urgency. You get near that boundary, you get out of bounds. If you don't, you slide and you protect yourself.
Well, his mom ran track at the University of Toledo. He has good bloodlines. Here's a handoff to Montgomery. And brought down on the play by Julius Wormsley out of Tulane.
Somebody completely whiffed on the backside because you're running that ball front side. You get chased down from the backside. A little bit of confusion because it's about assignments. Now you'll get in, you'll look at the pictures that are on the tablets, and you'll see, okay, you missed the block right here. Should have had this block. The president is down. Oh, that's just president, period.
Jameel President is down to the sideline, and Lance.
Kevin, yeah, it's been a very fortunate night injury-wise. Not really much to report, but safety Jermaine Whitehead being attended to for a back injury right now on the sideline. So safety Jermaine Whitehead back injury. We'll see if he can continue later on. Back up to you guys.
Thank you, Lance. Packers have also had some injured running backs. Mays is injured and Jones is injured. We know that Jimmy Graham has got a knee issue that he's been dealing with, and more out of just precaution than anything else in terms of these injuries, but enough right now that you don't want to chance it here in the first preseason game.
And what you want, you want the players available for practice time. A player like Jimmy Graham, sure, you'd like to see him sprinkled in there with Aaron Rodgers when Aaron plays, but the chemistry between those two, just the fact that they are out on the field playing catch with each other before the game, that's something that's always a positive. And the communication. And I joked with Jimmy Graham would say, well, you had to go to Seattle first to get here. Aaron says, should have got here a long time ago.
2nd down 11. That's caught across the middle. Equinemius St. Brown, the rookie out of Notre Dame, makes the grab as he once did with Kaiser in South Bend. Gain of 7. 3rd and 4 coming up. They get to the 36.
When you are tall and slender, you tend to catch a lot of passes outside the numbers. Just to catch that ball inside the numbers, stick your foot in the ground, try and get a little bit up the field. All those little positive learning experiences.
This is the 2-minute
Jimmy
warning.
Graham, who continues to sit out and watch. Lance Kendricks next to him, former Badger tight end, and we'll step aside at the 2-minute warning here at Lambeau in Green Bay. Here at Lambeau, coming up on the Toyota halftime report, are Rod Burks. Had a chance to sit down earlier this week with Packer running back Jamal Williams. We'll also check in with your local news and have stats and highlights from tonight's first half. All coming up on the Toyota halftime report.
There's 3 tight ends there. I know you know this, Kevin. Over 1,100 catches and 110 touchdowns. I knew you knew that right off the top of your head, didn't you?
I'll tell you what, Mercedes Lewis is going to be a factor blocking on that line as a tight end. 3rd and 4, 2-minute warning, 3 timeouts. Kaiser on the move, and he may have dived. He did for the first down on a 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4 after the gain of 7. He picks up a first down on the run up the middle to the 41-yard line, and a first down for Green Bay, and no huddle here.
Yeah, you start your 2-minute drill here, communicate from the outside in.
And a quick throw on first down. That is grabbed by Jamon Moore, the rookie out of Missouri. The first of 3 drafted wide receivers, picks up 9.
You're at midfield, 3 timeouts, so you want to move fast, but you don't have to rush yourself.
2nd down and 1. Montgomery in the backfield with a little block and buys time, and he's got his receiver, and it's caught across the way by St. Brown. The rookie receivers making a move down to the 37-yard line. That is a first down. He picks up 13 yards.
Now, did you see how the clock continued to run even though he was knocked out of bounds? Because he's knocked out of bounds going
Green
backwards,
Bay,
the clock continues to run. He has to go forward going out of bounds for the clock to stop.
So they take a timeout with the ball at the 37-yard line. It's a play of these rookie wide receivers, which Mike told us this morning has him excited about what they might mean to that receiving core.
And right now, these 3 rookie receivers trying to absorb the playbook, and now you're trying to absorb the last couple pages of the playbook, the no-huddle offense, and you're going, okay, what exactly did I have on that last play? And because you sometimes when you leave the huddle, you can say, what route do I have to the quarterback? Now you're spread out in the no huddle, and you've got to know what to do right away.
And we've not even heard from Kumaro so far, and he has been the one that a lot of people have been talking about in camp. It is 1st and 10. 2 timeouts remaining for the Packers. Kaiser. They've got the rush. He gets away on the play from Wallace. On the move and out of bounds. At about the Titan 32, there was pressure from Aaron Wallace, who was injured most of last season out of UCLA for the Titan D, as Aaron Rodgers looks on, and he picks up 5 on the play.
Nice job by Kaiser to feel the pressure. You don't want to look at the pressure. You want to be able to feel it. He gets out of the pocket and then sticking that ball, up the field, get an extra yard. I like that.
You did like that?
Yeah. I wish I had done that. I'd have had a lot of extra yards.
Oh, you did a lot of that. 2nd down and 5. I'm trying to cover Kaiser. And that's caught by the tight end, Robert Tonyan. He's out of Indiana State, a very intriguing prospect, they say. Picks up 10. It is a first down.
You got to highlight the pass protection there because Kaiser had all day to throw and checked right, checked left, and threw in the middle.
4 straight completions for Kaiser. 5 in a row, and there's Kumaro. Picks it up on a slant. He gets down to the 8, 1st and goal for Green Bay, 14-yard pickup.
Now, as much fun as we've had talking about Kumaro, you said it, he's so distinctive. He has more hair than Clay Matthews. And that move to work the defensive back outside and then to come up inside and catches that ball, puts it up against his chest, cradles it. Good catch.
Kumaro, the Wisconsin Whitewater player who began as a walk-on at Illinois, was actually recruited a bit by Ron Zook years ago. And Aaron Rodgers has has talked about how he has great trust in a player who spent his entire NFL career so far on practice squads.
But on practice squads, he gets to play the star receiver coming up every week, so they're throwing him the ball. He's going up against the #1 defense on the other side. So he's had a lot of good work at practice.
Packer timeout, so they've got one left. 1st and goal from the 8. Deshaun Kaiser. And into Kumra, looked like he was held. A flag was thrown on the near side, not in the end zone, although it looked like maybe his arm was grabbed, but a flag thrown at the 12 on the near side of the field.
Offside. Defense number 44 lined up in the neutral zone. 5 yards. 2nd down.
Kumra on that last route, once you get down this close to the end zone, slant,
correction, 1st
or
down.
fade. That's really about all you have. We saw on the previous play where he sold him on the outside release. He was able to come up inside. That time he didn't sell the outside release as much because he really took himself off the defensive back's body. So he would have had to run through the defensive back to make that last play and just couldn't get a good enough connection. You want to throw that ball low if you're the quarterback.
And he's got the hair upper advantage on Clay. 1st and goal. Kaiser, Bell with the block at the right tackle. Going outside from Montgomery with the coverage on the play by Jayon Brown.
That's great zone coverage by the Tennessee Titans, just kind of making sure that they keep all the routes in front of you. Now, you can get a touchdown just by crossing the goal line, but the most dangerous part for the defense is a yard from the back end line. All the way back here, if you can get that deep in the end zone, you have to be able to defend that area also.
One timeout left, 2nd down and goal. Kaiser to the end zone, bobbled in. Sims with the coverage that time on Geronimo Allison. Incomplete. 3rd and goal coming up.
I like the throw. Tried to stick the ball on Allison quickly. He just can't get it in both hands. You see the defensive back kind of swatting away, flailing at everything, not knowing where the ball is, but the ball's right on the back shoulder of the defensive back on that last play.
Sims, a starter last year in the Titans secondary. 3rd down and goal. Deshaun Kaiser. Bell with the block, maybe a hold, bears the flag, and there goes the pass.
Well, it should be declined, and that may be on Bell, but it's also on the quarterback who bailed out of the pocket.
Holding. Offense number 74. That penalty's declined. 4th down.
Bell was a former Tennessee Titan offensive lineman.
Carolina Panther.
Yep.
Like I said, he's had 74 starts through 7 years, so he knows how to play that position. When that quarterback bails outside of you, we talked to Mike McCarthy about this, they don't teach him to hold. What do you say, tug?
Yes, tug.
I like that. You're tugging on the man a little bit.
They're going for it on 4th and goal.
It's preseason.
There you see Tim Boyle, a rookie free agent quarterback. We expect to see him, the 3rd young quarterback in camp, in the 2nd half.
Right along the goal line, almost every defender.
4th and goal. Kaiser with a block from Montgomery to the end zone. The jump ball knocked away by Sims, going for Valdez-Scantling. And with 4 seconds remaining on downs, it goes back, and Tennessee's defense holds them out.
You know, I like the thought of the throw. I think the throw's a little late. Scantling can't get any because the separation's not there. Once you wait on that, you've got to get that ball up early. Just make it a pure jump ball.
Going at Sims. There is some size among these young receivers too, and they've got 2 tight ends who, in a situation like this, you got to think Lewis or Graham would be in the sights of the quarterback.
Or Devontae Adams.
And that's going to take us to halftime. 4 straight incompletions from the 4 for Kaiser and Green Bay. Preseason game number 1. The Titans on top. We go to halftime on the Packers television network. Line to the sideline. Let's now go to the coach with Lance Allen.
All right, thank you very much, Kevin. And yeah, Mike McCarthy getting ready here for the 2nd half. And Mike, 4 for 5 for Hundley. great throw, 48 yards to Devontae Adams. Is that his improvement in his development this offseason?
Oh, definitely. I thought he had a couple nice drives. I mean, obviously the big play, and that's what this game's all about. So you got to hit your big plays, and a lot of good things throughout the game, particularly in our young players. So we just got to clean up some penalties. It looks a little bit like a first preseason game, but very happy with the number of snaps everybody's getting so far.
Another young guy that made an impact, Jamal Williams. Great adjustment getting into the end zone on that touchdown.
Absolutely. I mean, he's an excellent player. Obviously, trying to find different ways to get him the ball. So excellent play.
Final thing, very quickly, as you mentioned it, the penalties, 7 penalties, and the defense. A couple of things to clean up there in the second half.
Oh yeah, I mean, we got a lot to clean up as a football team. Really, we're just out here. We want to establish our play style. So, got another good 30 minutes left, and it's important to give everybody as many opportunities as we can.
All right, thank you, Mike, and good luck in the second half.
Thank you, Lance. You're so damn serious.
Yeah, I got to be around the head coach. How about that? That's Mike McCarthy joining us live. Kevin and James, back up to you guys.
I've never seen that before. You think of Greg Popovich with the San Antonio Spurs and how difficult he is to interview at halftime. And he talked about Brett Hundley and the good first half that he had. When we talked with the coach this morning, he said he wanted him to get the ball out of his hands and make good decisions, and I thought he did that exceptionally well. One of the things that a head coach has to do, he has to make some corrections, but also offer encouragement, and that's what good head coaches are able to do. And when you have players who've been doing things that they were coached to do, and that, see the interception, which is not Hundley's fault, but it goes down in his stat column. And that's the last ball that they threw today. But I'm pretty sure Brett Hundley walks off the field knowing, okay, I made a couple little baby steps forward.
So the Tennessee Titans, as you take a look at some of the halftime statistics, will kick off to begin the second half. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, who began his college career at North Carolina State, then transferred to South Florida and is a 5th-round pick by the Pack, is back to retrieve the kickoff, and our second half is underway. And he is brought down with a nifty tackle by the reserve receiver, Nick Williams, who caught a big pass earlier in the game for 38 yards, a gain of 15 on the return. The third quarter is sponsored by the Wisconsin Dental Association. Look for the sign of a dentist who is committed to professional excellence in your oral health. Visit WDA.org to find a Wisconsin Dental Association dentist near you. Kaiser controls the quarterback position to begin the second half.
And he was not expecting to start on the 10-yard line. Scantling will find out that these players are equally as fast as he is. And when you catch the ball with momentum going backwards 3 yards deep in the end zone, probably a good time to take a knee.
Wanyo is the running back, and he gets the call out of Northern Illinois, a first-year player with a gain of 3. We were talking to Ron Zook today, and you asked him about what is the line of demarcation.
That was it.
I was just going to say,
yeah.
It was about 5 yards deep either way.
Well, we now have the coverage team lining up 1 yard behind where they can take off from. So they're at a standstill. So you would think that, well, they're not going to be able to cover as deep as they had. But that was a high, hanging, deep driving kick that you caught going backwards, not running forward.
Once again, Joel Wanyo will bring it out to the 20-yard line. And looks like he's got the first down with a gain of 6, maybe 7 on the play. Move the chains. First down for Green Bay just beyond their own 20-yard line.
Now, Kevin, it's been a long time since you or I were in high school. But when we were in high school, remember that kid that was rumored to be the great running back that you just couldn't wait to see? And you said, man, wait till week 7. We're going to see so-and-so from Southeast Western Prep. Everybody who carries the ball in an NFL exhibition game was that kid. They were the kid that you can't miss. You got to go watch and play. So you may come in as the 4th or 5th string running back for the Packers or the Titans tonight, but at one point, you were the guy everybody wanted to see play.
Nice catch on the screws. Valdez-Scantling brings it down, and a flag is thrown. Spillane makes the stop. Gain to the 31. Pickup of 11 as it stands now.
Before the pass was thrown, illegal contact. Defense number 40. That penalty's declined. The play results in a first down.
Scantling is an interesting story. He wanted to learn the entire Packers offensive playbook not just the wide receiver's role. He wanted to understand the totality of each page, from offensive lineman to the running back responsibilities, and he has been a terrific student in his first year in the NFL. 1st and 10, incomplete. Downfield they were going that time and looking for Bird. Emmanuel Bird, who's out of Marshall, and the coverage on the play by Damon Webb.
So let me see. You have a huge book, and you have to read it before the exam on Saturday. I go for the Cliff Notes.
Yes.
Give me what I need to
learn, what I need to know, right?
Learn, take baby steps in this. You learn the whole offense. You can kind of bewilder yourself because you don't have the experience on field to really get it all down that quickly.
2nd down and 10. Kumaro was in the sides of the quarterback. Brendan Twarrick was down deep covering. He's been around the league. He's played for Tennessee last year, Oakland before that.
Before the pass,
Baltimore.
Holding. Defense number 40. 5 yards, automatic.
Rico Gafford out of Wyoming, a rookie free agent.
You run a double move, a slant, and go. And when he came in for the slant, he kind of tugged that jersey a little bit. And as he tried to go by him, he held him. And when you hold, you impede his progress. We talked about the little hold that we saw earlier, but that was a big hold and an obvious hold out in the open.
Look out. Here they come, and down he goes. Sharif Finch, a rookie free agent out of Temple, comes up the middle for the Tennessee Titans, who, by the way, and you've probably noticed that from the white helmets in the past, brand new blue helmets and new jerseys this year.
Unblocked defender coming straight at you, and when you have that, you have to realize what kind of set are they in, what's the defense. It's actually the outside guy. I even misread the guy. But you saw the defender coming from the outside, and as soon as that tight end blocked, number 41 had the tight end in coverage, so he comes across the line of scrimmage. So nice, smart job by the secondary of the Titans.
Now DeShone Kizer with a 2nd down and 19 after losing 9, and across the middle he's got the rookie receiver Valdez-Scantling. Another flag down to the 43. Scantling gets to the 44, and the conference on the field. As Green Bay has taken this opening kickoff and the opening possession of the second half. Hockey league.
Personal foul. Lowering the helmet to initiate contact. Defense number 42. That 15-yard foul will be added to the end of the play. 1st down.
Not the last time we're going to hear those words this season.
And I think the important part there is to initiate contact. Not making contact with the helmet, but when you initiate it. See, he lowers his helmet, and he gets in that kind of prone position where your head, your neck, and your spine are all lined up. And they're trying to take the injury away from the guys who are making the tackle. But Scantling, nice job coming in there. And another nice hands catch by a guy with great speed.
Valdez-Scantling is 6'4". Wanyo will take it on the near side. Another flag.
Yeah,
on the 1st and 10.
They're going to get Emmanuel Bird, the tight end, for a hold right there.
Knocking out a gain of 12.
Holding. Offense number 86. 10 yards. Replay, 1st down.
Bird will pick up the penalty right there. Ended last season on the active roster. Had a couple catches. You may recall in that finale against Detroit. Late edition last summer. First offensive penalty on Green Bay. 1st and 20 now. Joe Philbin is back as the offensive coordinator. He's got new tools. We've talked about Graham and what he could mean. Not playing tonight with a minor knee issue. Nothing that would keep him out probably of a regular season game. 1st and 20. Kizer.
Here we got
before the delay,
yeah.
Timeout, Green Bay. Their first of the half.
Had a penalty.
Full
that play clock only goes to 25 seconds. And just like we have a countdown going to commercial, you've got to understand, you've got that same clock going off in your head. Come on, DeShone.
This Packers preseason game is sponsored by Spectrum, Menards, Forefront Dermatology, and Chevrolet.
Early in the third quarter, first possession of the second half for either team. Green Bay at their 48 with a 1st and 20. Nice block by Murphy, the left tackle. Kaiser on the move. Kaiser from Toledo, Ohio. Make the visit to Lambeau Field for all things historic. Open daily. The Packers Hall of Fame has 2 levels and 15,000 square feet of epic engagement for any Packers fan. In fact, it is such a great Hall of Fame. The Pro Football Hall of Fame people
I was going to say this.
Have come here to look and see what they've done.
I don't want David Baker to hear me say this, but if I had to visit one for one day, I'd come here to Lambeau Field.
I like that. 2nd down and 20. Wanyo, and from behind, grabbed by Caraway and tackled as he got down to about the 45-yard line, 44-yard line of Tennessee. And Hockley is out there once again with his crew.
Escort Vrabel back off the
During
sideline.
the run, illegal block in the back. Number 55 of the offense, 10 yards. Replay, 2nd down.
Dylan Day, who they got off the Denver Bronco practice squad.
So that illegal block in the back, to me, as a former coach, is an effort penalty. You know, here he's trying to get out in front of the screen, trying to run somebody down. The defender's probably overrun the play, turned his back a little bit, and he pushes him in the back. That's effort. Yeah, sure, you're going to tell him be smarter and all that, but you kind of like the effort level.
2nd down, 30. And another flag is thrown. Wanyo.
Now that was both the runner and the tackler lowering their helmets there. Now you had 3 flags.
Yeah.
There may be some discussion as to, is this on the offensive player or on the defensive player?
There were fouls by both teams on the play. Holding, offense, personal foul, lowering the helmet to initiate contact, defense number 20. Those fouls offset, replay, 2nd down.
Well, we've had a lot of players comment on these new rules.
And it's so tough because this is what you've been taught to do, what you've learned how to do. See, both guys lower their helmet. And that's what you're trying to take out of the game. It's hard. They said last year out of the 20,000 plays that they looked at, there were 3 that you could have been ejected on. So that's not a high number.
2nd down, 30, going deep. Oh, and he's got Valdez-Scantling. What a catch and what a throw. Down inside the 11-yard line of Tennessee. Kaiser on the move, 51-yard strike, and a 1st down for Green Bay.
So let's go back to his 40-yard dash time, 4.37. What does that mean? Number one, Kevin, it means that you're a lot faster than the guys who are trying to cover you. And so now when the ball's thrown deep, that guy's struggling to catch up to you, where Valdez-Scantling can slow down, make the catch, recover. We see the Bonio running, bouncing outside. But there's so much that goes into having great speed, but having game speed. His game speed is equal to that 4.37. A lot of guys will run fast and then not play fast. What I've seen from him right now is he plays fast on the field. Fast, quick titch guy.
Say it one more time.
Yeah, I can't
quick
say it.
Twitch.
Twitch.
2nd
Yeah, and I was so fast saying it, I left off half the word.
6-minute drive. Murphy the block at the left tackle. Kaiser will dance, being chased by Finch. Incomplete. Very congested across the way.
This is an area of the field that Deshaun Kaiser struggled in last year. He threw a lot of red zone interceptions.
You've watched a lot of tape on it.
One of the things that you have to realize is on early downs, just get us to the next down. Give Mike McCarthy a chance to call the next play. And it's not there on 1st down. Throw it up to the guy in row 4, sitting in the stands. You can do that.
3rd down and 5. Kaiser. Bonio, and he's knocked out of bounds. Hit by a couple, including Rico Gafford. He's at the 3. Also hit on the play by Darren Bates.
when you spread the defense out by alignment, you kind of can tell what they're going to do. I could tell that was zone coverage. The outside receiver runs a slant. The running back runs a flat. You know that tackle is going to be made. If you're going to be really courageous with the ball, and if they had told Deshaun, hey, we're going to go for it on 4th down. Maybe he tries to throw the ball in the back of the end zone for a touchdown on 3rd down.
4th down and 2 to the end zone. And dropped, and a flag. And that will go on Rico Gafford. And they were going for Jamon Moore. And again, you can't help but think what a Rodgers
defense number 40
combination in this part of the field would look like. It'll be 1st and goal.
But all these young receivers have good size. You see the stutter there going up for the ball, and that's pass interference. Now, you love for the receiver to come down with it because he got 2 hands on it, but that hand in between is a good defensive part, but there's also pass interference before the ball got there.
Jamon Moore, 4th round pick out of Missouri, 1st and goal. Ripkowski is in. And a block by Ripkowski. And Buonio only gets down to the 1 and no gain on the play. 2nd down and goal.
Well, you saw DeShone Kizer stumble away from center.
Right.
That tells you that he didn't get his feet out of the way early enough, and probably the guard coming over, the left guard probably stepped on his foot. And that hurts. You get a 300-pound guy with cleats on to step on your foot. There's Aaron Rodgers going, I got my foot stepped on once. Now I get my feet out of the way.
Couple tight ends. One there in motion is Tunyon. Kizer over Ripkowski. Looks like he had him with coverage by Spillane. 3rd and goal.
Yeah, Ripkowski should have really gone extremely flat there. Once he got to the goal line, started to drift a little upfield, and DeShone Kizer was careful. He kind of aimed that throw instead of just letting it go. He's had a lot of throws down here inside the 10-yard line. 4 of them to end the first half. Many, many more down here. He wants that touchdown pass.
2 tight ends, 3rd and goal. Buonio looking for a block. They're going to push him across. Rader, the tight end, from behind, and then following Murphy in for 6. Also in there with a nice block, Kevin Rader, who is a rookie out of Youngstown State. One of those tight ends, and a thrill for a young player to make the historic leap. And the Packers have taken their first lead.
You know, if Leroy Butler had patented that, he'd get money every time somebody did the Lambeau leap, wouldn't he?
I'm sure he thinks about that. Did you ever come close to do? I wasn't invented when you were playing.
It wasn't. I remember we used to high-five people.
Yeah.
I didn't think about jumping all the way up there. It's high.
Extra point, Crosby, 14-10. Packers have scored through the air from Hundley in the first quarter. And Buonio takes it in right here from 3 yards away. Ripkowski and Rader, the tight end, providing blocks. And the Packers have their first lead. The scoring summary is presented by Spectrum. Spectrum's network delivers enough bandwidth for today and whatever comes next. Little touchdown run there by Buonio, who is undrafted, first team All-Colonial Athletic Association, played his high school football in Virginia Beach. He was a high school wide receiver. Kizer, 16 plays, 87 yards. In the second quarter, no points. Now a 90-yard touchdown drive in 14 plays. And the kickoff, and it comes to Batson. Hit out of bounds by Rollins.
There is nothing better than watching a guy who's too small to play. We see Jones going into the locker room. Kind of always wonder, you know, because we've had all the concussion stuff. When you walk a guy off the field, either he's going in for x-rays or he's going in to get checked for concussion.
Well, when Bryce went down with the injury in late July, they elevated him to the starting strong safety position. Great opportunity there. Last season, we know that Jones looked a little bit lost at times, but this year they were pretty pleased with his camp. First down and 10. The quarterback is Blaine Gabbert. False start.
False start. Offense number 85. 5 yards, first down.
Semish from Northern Illinois, tight end. So Gabbert, when he came out of the University of Missouri, and at that time they're playing in the Big 12,
right,
was thought to be the perfect quarterback. He had the size, had the arm, and it just has never clicked.
He had followed Chase Daniel in that offense, and the offense just kept humming along, and you thought, Daniel's small, he's made it into the NFL. Blaine Gabbert looks like the perfect quarterback, first-round pick.
1st and 15, and he'll unleash to the sideline. Caught. Ross, nice. Devin Ross out of Colorado comes up with a beautiful catch. Coverage by Waters. 16-yard pickup, put him at the 36. Let's go downstairs to Lance Allen.
Thank you very much, Kevin. We're here with new tight end Mercedes Lewis. And it seems weird to say that, Mercedes, because you were down south in Jacksonville for 13 years. What is it like to be the new guy?
It's different. Definitely a different experience. I think, whenever you're somewhere for 12 years, whether it's, in the NFL or a behind-the-desk job, and you go somewhere new, it's always a little different as far as getting to know everybody around you, trying to figure out what the culture is and get a feel for, what's going on. So my transition has been really good. I think the culture is really, really solid here. And, everybody just has a good sense of, how to respect people and have a genuine appreciation for people. So it's definitely a good experience so far.
And you like to provide yourself or pride yourself basically in a dying breed type tight end.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for me, coming up, when it was two-a-days, real two-a-days, old CBA, it was about, building that gristle on your bone, right? And, for the first 5 years of my career, it was about learning how to block and really owning that part of it too. I came out of college, Mackey Award, a lot of catches, most touchdowns for a tight end at UCLA, all of that good stuff. But I knew if I wanted to have some staying power and some sustained success, blocking would have to be, one of my strong points too. So I take a lot of pride in being able to do it all.
Sounds good. Mercedes, thanks for the time.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.
Well, during that interview, there was a challenge of the 16-yard reception, which was made, they saw, on review by Devin Ross.
Yeah, it was one of those where the call stands. There wasn't enough, because it looked like he bobbled it cleanly. Clean bobble.
Wadley on 1st and 10, picked up 3. Now on 2nd and 7, he is hit by Oren Burks. He picks up 2 right there, James, and he goes to the 41.
We're getting to the juncture of the game. And remember I talked about you want to do what you were coached to do. You don't want to freelance. You want to just make the plays within the calls. And the other thing, when you're now substituting, it's critical that when 3 guys go on, 3 guys come on.
Right.
And it sounds like a little thing, but you're hearing different packages, different terminology for the first time.
3rd down, 5, playing Gabbert, batted. Knocked down, hit on the play by Lindsey Pipkins. He came streaming through and ricochets the ball with a swat. It's 4th down. Here comes the punting unit.
He's coming in, secondary blitz, and you're not going to get there in time to disrupt the quarterback, but you're right in the line that he wants to throw the ball, elevate, get your hands up. Great play by Pipkins.
Austin Barnard will be punting for the Tennessee Titans, who made the playoffs a season ago. Barnard is a rookie free agent from Sanford. No chance he'll unseat Brett Kern. He's just a leg in camp. Maybe he'll be able to show what he can do and sign on with another team. Nice punt right here. Rollins deep. Great placement. Took a terrific kick, and he's out of bounds at the 8. That's a beauty by the rookie Barnard. 51-yard punt. Mariota threw a touchdown pass to begin things tonight for the Titans, who trail the Packers by 4. Packers are going to get the ball back at their own 8-yard line after the Tennessee punt, and they've got a new quarterback. As you take a look at Hundley and Kaiser, who have quarterbacked so far for Green Bay.
Decent numbers. Brett Hundley had 3 possessions. Kaiser had more than 2 possessions. I took off my shoes to count how many times he was out there, so it might have been more than 2.
New quarterback Tim Boyle. Buonio will swerve to the 13. Tim Boyle is a rookie free agent out of Eastern Kentucky, undrafted, strong arm. He led the Ohio Valley Conference in passing yards. He began his college football at UConn.
Remember what is happening to these young quarterbacks as they come into the game for the very first time. They're getting to play in their helmet communication headset. Normally they get signals. You know, you'd hold up Rocky the Flying Squirrel, a postman, and a watermelon, and that would be the play. But now they're getting it in the helmet communication system, and they'll get bits and pieces of it. So they won't get the whole call, and then they'll have to kind of spit out the rest of it, or, you know, regurgitate exactly what the coach sent into them.
Now, he's a little different than Kaiser and Hundley as he stands in the pocket. He's a guy that does not move out of that pocket.
But when you're young, like all these quarterbacks are, they all have pretty good wheels. You know, he's not coming in here, you know, running 6 flat and a 40. So when he goes to scramble, he'll scramble, but maybe he didn't have to scramble at the level of competition that he played at a whole lot before.
They're down in 5. And Boyle right on the money. First down. Grabbed by Moore, tackled by Reed, blocked by Alex Light, the left tackle. Gain of 9, and he's got a first down. Moore with the catch. Let's go downstairs to Lance.
Thank you very much, Kevin. We're here with defensive lineman Kenny Clark. And Kenny, you look at this defensive line, and you've got Muhammad Wilkerson, Mike Daniels, Montrevious Adams, and you. Pretty powerful.
Yeah, we got a lot of guys that's versatile, that can do a lot of things. That's, you know, they're strong in there, and they're good rushers. So we got a lot of different guys, all great players, and we can do a lot of different things with different fronts.
What do you think about the Mike Pettin defense so far?
I love it. You know, getting at the quarterback, you know, pressuring people, and you know, just playing with that mindset. So we got to just keep doing that, keep getting better at practice. And I think we'd be all right.
Final thing is, you're still only 22 years old. I can't believe that out of the 11 draft picks, 6 of them are still are older than you, and it's amazing to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's a blessing. You know, it's a blessing. You know, I'm happy. You know, age is on my side. You know,
it's working for you, Kenny. Good luck this season.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Kenny Clark joining us right here on the Packers TV Network, guys.
Moore makes the catch. Gain of 8 on the play. Kenny Clark emerged late last season, 4 sacks in the final 5 games for Green Bay.
Well, he's starting to kind of piece it all together to figure it out, because immense talent. That's why you draft him in the first round. And very young when he came out, 20 years old, his rookie season. And so at nose tackle, I always thought that was a grown man position. And here he's a 22-year-old third-year player playing it.
Buonio with a run on 3rd and 2, close to the first. More on Kenny Clark. He was a 2016 first-round draft choice.
We got 4th down.
4th and 1, and they're going to go for it.
Now, are you going to go for it, or are you going to bark the signals out real loud and try and draw them off with your voice inflection?
Well, if you were the offensive coach and you had been an offensive coach,
if I were the head coach, we'd be going voice inflection right here.
With the 2 tight ends on the near side, Boyle under center, 4th down and 1. Buonio, Ripkowski trying to offer a block. Looks like he's dug his way for a first down. Barely.
There was a little too much reading of the blocks instead of making your own hole. And I know he picked up the first down, but you'd rather see that surge a little earlier and a little more urgency. Now, guys in front of you have to do their job, but you've got to get that yardage when the coaches have put that on you.
Spriggs is now playing the right tackle. Day is playing the right guard.
Spent a little too much time in the huddle
They
there.
sure did. And the left tackle is Alex Light.
Timeout,
continue to
Green
watch.
Bay. Their 3rd and final
timeout
of
was
the
just
half.
taken by the
30
Packers, and they're
seconds.
out of timeouts right now. But we've talked about Bakhtiari and his injury. Family night, nothing serious, ankle rolled up.
Well, you say nothing serious because it's not your ankle.
Well, Balaga.
It's serious.
Balaga, the right tackle, is coming back from the ACL.
Right.
You've got the starters set, they think, with McCray at one guard and Lane Taylor at the other, and certainly Lindsley as your center. You keep 7 to 8 offensive linemen. Murphy and Spriggs would appear to be the other two.
As much as we love to talk about skill position players, wide receivers, and quarterbacks and running backs, the heart and soul of your team is your offensive line. And if you can get 16 for 16 for those 5 guys up there, you are playoff bound. You really are.
Just the percentages tell you that.
Yeah,
Yes.
it really does. If you don't have to insert new people every other week or once a month, you've got a good chance to be a really solid offensive ball club.
First down and 10. 1 yard. He's out to the 35-yard line. The return of Joe Philbin, the offensive coordinator, was the head coach with the Miami Dolphins last year with the Indianapolis Colts. And he comes back, and when he came back, Mike McCarthy and he basically tore up or went all the way back to the beginning of this McCarthy offense 12 years ago, and the two of them kind of went step by step through it.
Went step by step through it, and he made an interesting assessment when we were talking about Aaron Rodgers. He said from the time he left to when Aaron Rodgers now, the difference he saw, he said, well, it's 5,000 reps later. That's how coaches think. They don't think in years. They think, how many reps has a guy had on the field?
Kaiser going deep, and he's got his receiver, but he's running out of real estate in the end. He grabbed it, but he's out of bounds, and the coverage by Reed. Boyle, was the one that threw that. Now it'll be 3rd down and 8. I said Kaiser, but Kaiser just left, and Boyle, as we've been talking about, is in there. Yancey going down, and
he had 1 foot in bounds, but the second foot comes out. Now, Kevin, I can't remember where you went to college.
Kansas.
Because at Kansas, they did a study. Most of the balls that are out of bounds are not complete. They said about 85% of the balls thrown out of bounds aren't complete.
That's good. That's good. You know, they also at Kansas were counting their Final Four appearances in basketball.
Now this one is in.
Boyle. Now he's got Jamon Moore. And those are the kind of catches they're looking from these young receivers. Incomplete. 4th and 8. The punting unit is out there.
Both those throws, though, the previous throw on the money.
That's right there.
Throw, he took a big hit as he's delivering it. And Jamon Moore, you owe him one right now. You can't throw that ball any better. I don't care if your name is Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, Lynn Dickey, Don Mikowski, whoever. That was a perfectly thrown pass.
J.K. Scott to punt from the 13-yard line. And some spinning around. The final tackle was made there by the defensive back, Marwin Evans. Hang time of 4.85, 52-yard punt. With a look at Aaron Rodgers get behind-the-scenes access to Lambeau Field with a stadium tour. The tour includes a heart-thumping stroll through the players' tunnel. Reserve your spot online at Packers.com today.
Sporting venues. You've been to a lot. If you're going to go to a baseball game, maybe Yankee Stadium, maybe the Fenway, wherever. But if you're going to go to one football game, get one football game anywhere in the country, this is where you come.
New quarterback is Luke Falk. And he just had his tight end bobble and drop it. Frickser, who's out of Harvard. Now this kid, Luke Falk, was a 6th-round pick out of Washington State, a former walk-on. He set Pac-12 records in passing yards, James, and touchdown passes. He led the Pac-12 with 30 touchdown passes a season ago for Washington State.
Now, you know what's funny? So many of these quarterbacks in the spread offense, I actually have to put my hands under the center's what? Because they're used to taking so many snaps in the shotgun.
With a handoff here to the rookie free agent, Akram Watley out of Iowa. Hit in the secondary by Herb Waters, a former receiver in college, a gain of 12. He's out to the 25, and he's got a first down for the Tennessee Titans.
I would doubt if Vrabel would run another play right here. He'll let the clock run down. See the guys are even jogging to the sideline.
Well, Tim Boyle just about came up with a spectacular splash play to his rookie receiver, Jamon Moore. Right off his fingertips, the frustration from a rookie free agent quarterback trying to make his mark. Let's go to the fourth quarter. Back at Lambeau Field, the fourth quarter tonight, brought to you by Concordia University, Wisconsin, proud to be the preferred MBA of the Green Bay Packers. Visit cuw.edu/Packers to learn more. Concordia University. Live uncommon. 1st and 10. Back to J.K. Scott. Gets punted. There's a fumble as Fluellen was trying to snake his way through. A Wadley, drops the ball, stripped of the ball, and it's a turnover, the first of the game. Beagle is the one, the Wisconsin linebacker from a couple years ago is the one to grab it.
Just a simple handoff. You're trying to run the ball up in the middle, and you see the ball get punched out. Running back coach will talk to him. Linebacker coach will be ecstatic. You made the play.
Kendall Donnerson, a rookie out of Southeast Missouri, is the one to strip him of the ball. Beagle is the one to grab it on the fumble recovery. Good to see him back out there after he missed camp last year and got a late start to his NFL career with a Jones fracture. 1st and 10, Tennessee 28. Wanya, who was brought down by linebacker Darren Bates, a former Oakland Raider. He's out of Auburn. No gain on the play.
You get into the fourth quarter, you have players of different levels of experience. You have young rookies trying to earn their mark. Then you have a 7th or 8th year guy who's on his 3rd stop and he's trying to secure a roster spot. He knows how important it is. And it's equally important for that young guy and for that aging veteran trying to hang on.
With the 2nd down and 10, here comes Boyle. On the move.
You said he couldn't run.
Well, he couldn't see that slide. He can't slide.
Well, when he was a kid, he played Little League. He hit home runs all the time.
He was a great athlete. He was the high school player of the year in the state of Connecticut. And as we said before, began at UConn and then picks up 5 yards on the run and then finishes his career at Eastern Kentucky.
Sometimes the passes that you don't throw are just as in passes that you throw. Now, that's a bootleg. Boots outside, has room to look down the field. No throw, but he still picked up 6 yards.
3rd down and 4. A fumble by Tennessee. Boyle, nice toss! And broken up beautifully by Rico Gafford on a pass intended for Jake Kumaro.
Now, the quarterback coach, the offensive coordinator will all tell him that he steered this ball. He tried to throw it right at the receiver instead of throwing it out in front, because you throw this ball out in front. Kumaro did a great job at the line of scrimmage. He beat the defender so cleanly that the ball was underthrown.
41-yard try here. Player getting on the field late is Kendricks. 41-yard try by veteran Mason Crosby. Got it. And the Packers extend their lead 17-10 over the Titans. Just into the fourth quarter. A fumble and the Packers cash in for 3.
This is the sale you don't want to miss. It's Blaine's Farm & Fleet's Pet Care Sale. Right now, save $6 on 24 to 30-pound bags of Wellness or Wellness Core dog food, 24 to 44-pound bags of Canidae All Life Stages and Pure Dog Food are $8 off. Big bags of Purina Pro Plan dog food are $5 off. And check out the incredible coupon offers throughout our latest flyer for additional savings. That's genuine value from Blaine's Farm & Fleet.
This Packers preseason game is sponsored by Fleet Farm, Toyota Dealers, Wisconsin Dental Association, and Spectrum.
41-yard field goal by veteran Mason Crosby. Kicking off will be J.K. Scott. He and Mason Crosby have been alternating the kickoffs in practice, and they're going to leave it in the end zone. Cameron Batson. He'll take a knee. Rookie free agent from Texas Tech. Look at Scott. He was drafted, the second punter drafted, 5th-round pick, a rare talent in the words of the new Packer general manager, Gutekunst. And there you see Ron Zook, the special teams coordinator, who really likes this young punter out of Alabama. He is 6'6". He's got a fascinating story. He's from the Denver area. He's punted, of course, in a lot of big games in his career for Nick Saban. 1st and 10. Luke Falk is the quarterback. And the handoff to Wadley, who picks up about 3 on the play. There's a look at him. He holds Alabama records for yards per punt average. He was an All-America 3 of his 4 years at Alabama.
Think about it. He's at Alabama. How often does he have to punt? As good as they were.
Well, 54 times last year.
Every other week?
Well, 54 times. But listen to this.
Alabama didn't punt that much.
54 times last year, and only 5 were returned.
Yeah.
He's that combination of hang time and distance. Yes. Here's a nice catch and run outside by Cameron Batson, who is then brought down by the charging linebacker Ahmad Thomas out of Oklahoma. 18-yard catch and run, and Tennessee is up to their 46 with the first down.
Batson, number 17, listed at 5'8". So you know that means he's 5'6". But as quick as all get out. And when you're on defense and you see somebody who's that small, you know he's going to be fast. So he makes you nervous when he comes out to your side.
After the 18-yard catch and run, 1st and 10. Luke Falk hands off to Wadley. Wadley, who gets perhaps 2 yards on the play. So Tennessee's season a year ago, they go 9-7 in the AFC South, which has suddenly, with the reemergence of Luck in Indy and certainly healthy bodies in Houston, and then this team in the playoffs a year ago has become tough. They were 5-1 in the division. Oh, and don't forget about Jacksonville, which played in the AFC Championship game. That division now has suddenly become one of the toughest in pro football.
Do you know each one of those teams is piloted by a first-round quarterback?
Yes.
Yeah.
2nd down and 9. And Falk going deep, and he's a little bit shy of his receiver, who is Devin Ross.
He threw that ball 5 yards out of bounds.
Yeah.
That is the most frustrating thing for a coaching staff, to watch a guy throw the ball that far out of bounds.
Well, as a receiver, what would you do when you get back to the huddle and say, Lynn?
Well,
or Whitey, or whoever you
I remember when I was coaching, I told my receivers I didn't want to see them frustrated on the field. Didn't want to see them snapping their chin strap or pouting. They don't know what the quarterback's going through back there in the pocket. Quarterbacks actually get hit when they're trying to throw the ball. You think that he's trying to make you look bad? No, he wants you to look good so he can, marry the pretty girl and drive the big car and all that. So he's trying to get you the ball.
3rd and 9. He gets the ball out right there, and it's a first catch tonight for Deontay Burnett out of USC.
That was close to the sideline where they're hustling up to the ball because they don't want the Packers to challenge this call right here. So they're trying to go fast.
15-yard completion. Tennessee first down to the Green Bay 38. No challenge. Outside they go, and once again they go to Burnett out of USC. And he runs out, gains, yardage down to about the 33 of the Packers and about 5.
Well, if you have no more timeouts, you can't throw the red sock out there. Well, it's not a sock, but, red challenge flag.
Red challenge flag.
So you can see that frustrated look. They've probably taken the challenge flag away from him. You have to have somebody do that, because as a coach, you're reaching for it. I don't have it. We're out of timeouts.
2nd down and 5. With a run right here by Dalen Dawkins, rookie free agent from Colorado
yellow
State.
Flag.
Yeah.
on the field now.
Well, Mike was telling us today that he's got this game management team in place who he meets with once a week, but it's about 4 or 5 people
Personal
either on
foul.
the field or upstairs.
Lowering the helmet to initiate contact by number 39, the running back. 15 yards. Replay, second down.
That's 15 yards against the offense.
But Mike is saying, listen, the game is so complex and so fast and so multifaceted. I want to make sure that we've got an infrastructure about game management. And so they've been incredibly proactive in that category.
Because some head coaches just have one job, to watch the game, to watch the offense, to decide to take the penalty, whether or not to go for it on 4th down. Mike said, I'm the offensive play caller. And when the defense is out there, there's a little bit of game management, but I'm also managing that play call sheet. That big old sheet that looks like it's 2 yards wide and another yard high, and it has about 600 plays on. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do the next series and where I want to go with the ball and how I want to manipulate the defense.
Jordan Vesey gets the quick throw here from Falk on 2nd and 20 and picks up about a yard.
There it is right there.
Down to the 47.
He even has it with a ring binder in it. And you can see all the different colors. He's writing pizza later tonight.
Do you know how good that sounds right now?
Oh, but you can see, you can see the highlighted plays, and coaches get into this thing so much, and the different color highlighting means different things. And there are sections for 1st down plays, 2nd down plays, 3rd down plays, hurry up plays.
3rd down and 19, pressured on the play. Here it goes to Dawkins, looking for some room and can't find much. Hit by Thomas. Whacked down the play by Greer Martini of Green Bay. He gets as far as the Packer 37.
Once you get to the regular season with that sheet of plays right there, there'll be about 8 plays on it that just say Jimmy Graham. No, really, because these are ways that we can get the ball in Jimmy's. If you get to late in the 2nd quarter and you haven't gotten him the ball, these plays against this defense, we can get him the ball. Same way with Devontae Adams. This is how we get him the ball. Same way with Randall Cobb. Because you don't want to just think plays, you want to think players. And how many defensive players can stop a Jimmy Graham? How many corners can handle Devontae Adams one-on-one on the outside? So you're thinking players, how do I get them the ball? And then you go to the play.
Fair caught Rollins, 14-yard line on the punt by Bernard. That's a 22-yard punt. Packers by a touchdown, 8.5 to go in the 4th on the Green Bay Packers television network. Fundraising galas, corporate luncheons, weddings, and more. Why did I not think of that one?
Lambeau How'd they get the car in there?
Lambeau Field, they just drove it. Lambeau Field Events offers unique spaces for any occasion. Make your event legendary by hosting at Lambeau Field. After the punt by Tennessee, 1st and 10, handoff here goes to Akeem Judd. They just signed him. He picks up 2. We're going to go downstairs to Lance Allen.
All right, thank you very much, Kevin. We are here on the Packers TV Network with Blake Martinez. 158 tackles you were credited with last year. Do you think you can have even more this year?
Oh yeah, I'm going for the NFL record. I think it's 198. So that's my plan.
I like that. I like that. All right, the middle linebacker or linebacker or whatever you want to say is known as kind of the nerve center of the Mike Pettin defense. Do you feel good about that situation? You like everything kind of coming through you?
No, yeah, I love it. And kind of once he showed us the defense first day and kind of worked through it throughout fall camp and those types of things, it's been a lot of fun to be able to make checks pre-snap and do things to give us the best advantage for post-snap and to start to dive in and see more things and understand football that much more.
Final thing is, you had a baby daughter, Kinsley, from what I understand, last Friday. Getting any sleep? How's that going for you?
No, yeah, actually she's been amazing. Every single time she does cry, we know it's her hungry, and then change the diaper, goes back to sleep for 2 hours, wakes up, and kind of recycles that all day. So she's been awesome so far.
Blake Martinez, thanks for the time. Good luck this season.
Thank you so much.
All right, maybe 200 tackles in this guy's future. Packers TV Network. Back to you guys.
Kevin, if he's really smart, training camp is going to go on for another 8 weeks, honey. So I'm going to be sleeping at the hotel.
Akeem Judd just picked up a 1st down. Originally signed as a free agent by Tennessee last year. Undrafted out of Ole Miss. And with all the injuries to the Packers running back core, they signed him. He was on the Jets active roster for a time in December, then got injured. Released in May, inside by Green Bay. Boyle deep. Oh, this is a reception attempt by the wide receiver Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Incomplete pass.
He threw that ball a little flatter.
Yes.
On a line, trying to get it to him. Hanging up there, give him ability to run and get it, because he had to come back inside to try and make that catch.
Scantling has spent some time training with Hall of Fame wide receiver Randy Moss down in Tampa.
Come with me. I'd have had him catch that ball.
Well, did he call you?
I got out of that business. I did do it. I did train guys before the draft and all that, but so much else going on during the season.
2nd down and 10. Boyle. Incomplete.
That's
looking for Kumaro. Let's check the ground game stats, powered by Cenex. Be sure to stop by at your local Cenex and fuel up on the way to your next Packers game. Cenex is the proud petroleum partner of the Green Bay Packers.
25 carries, 77 yards. We haven't seen a real big run, but we haven't seen the negative runs. And when we talked to Joe Philbin, he said we want to have positive runs. We don't want to have those negative runs, and we haven't seen a ton of negative runs, but we need that big gasher.
Long run tonight of 8. Boyle. Kumaro makes the grab. And he's got a 1st down on the play. Joseph Estee, a rookie free agent out of Tennessee Martin, is there with the stop. 10-yard pickup. Makes the catch. He's up to the Green Bay 36.
I like the lunge at the end. You know, I'm always curious as to what I would have looked like with one of these tight-fitting jerseys. Our jerseys were a lot looser. I would have, put some grease on my arms or something to make them look shiny.
I thought you were going to say what I'd look like with that long hair.
I could only imagine some hair right about now.
1st down. And Akeem Judd.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a nice little twitch. And up to the 40 and brought down on the play by Damon Webb. Gain of 5 on the play. Running back by committee is kind of what they've got circled. Judd is in, as we talked about before, because of the injury. But how will they use Montgomery? What about Jones? What about Williams? And we know that Williams has started tonight and is a player that is going to be very strong in that regard. Here is a 2nd down and 5. Do you need a featured back in this day and age in the NFL?
Not when you have a featured quarterback.
Oh, great catch and a terrific throw. St. Brown, terrific move, and stiff arms his way downfield to the 32 of Tennessee. 28-yard catch and run by Ekiminis St. Brown.
Sometimes when you think about the Packers, you think about a lot of short passes, but this ball, drive up the field, deep square in, sticks his foot in the ground, plucks it, and then spins out of it. Now the second defender here is so frustrated that he just piles on the top of St. Brown. Look, he didn't need to do that at the end, Kevin.
1st down and 10. Spoken like a true receiver.
Stay off me.
Judd. He gives you a little shimmy,
when he
takes it.
And Judd, he's got some muscle behind those shimmy moves. So there's a lot of power packed in there. When we talked about the 3 running backs, Jamal Williams, he started 7 games last year. Ty Montgomery only played in 8, but he started 5. And then Aaron Jones plays in 12 games, starts 4. So you would love for all those guys to be available for all 16 games, which Jamal Williams was. But you want each and every one of them healthy so that you can go into the game knowing what you have and knowing that versatility, and you can keep these guys fresh where they can wear a defense down by the 4th quarter.
1st down and 10. Boyle.
Oh, that's close.
Incomplete pass, looking for rookie receiver Jamon Moore.
Close to a reception, close to maybe getting a pass interference call. I hate to say we're getting late in the game where the officials are going, we got an early flight tomorrow morning.
I don't think they're safe.
But they kind of want to let the players play. You don't want to over officiate the game. Let them play. Let a guy make a great play offensively. Let a guy make a play defensively.
2nd down and 10. Boyle has just thrown a pick if it was not scooped up by Jarrell Carter. Incomplete. Incomplete.
Ruling on the field is an
that's a head
incomplete
scratcher.
pass. Third down.
You are wondering exactly where he was throwing that ball because there's only a defensive player around. You can see the ball bounce and skip. But that ball's not thrown anywhere close, and obviously it's a communication error because we've seen Boyle so far be really accurate with the football. That inaccuracy, I think, was not caused by a physical error, but a mix-up in the route combination.
We're talking about running back by committee, of course. Aaron Jones suspended first 2 games to start this season. He'll miss the Bears game and the Vikings game here. 3rd down 10, Boyle. There goes a flag. They're looking for D'Angelo Yancey.
Now, remember I said they had to leave early in the morning? That's only the 2nd penalty this quarter.
After a ton in the first half.
That kind of proves my point, doesn't it?
No,
the game is played more efficiently.
The pizza joint down
Before the
the
pass was
road kind of
thrown,
closed.
illegal contact. Defense number 35. 5 yards. Automatic. First down.
Illegal contact. See, in college, that's such a big transition. You watch a cornerback, defensive backs play in college. They don't have this illegal contact rule. They can badger and bump and do everything they want until that ball's in the air. But in the NFL, there's a 5-yard rule. And it doesn't matter if the ball's thrown to your side or if you're away from the ball on the other side. That rule will be enforced.
So 1st down and 10. Boyle. And caught. That's a touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Fought for it, grabbed it, kept it. Packers extend their lead. That's a touchdown pass of 15 yards.
Three drafted rookie receivers. Drafted in the 4th, 5th, and 5th round, and 6th round. And so instinctively, their family and friends will go, well, you're competing against that guy. No, you're not competing against the guys in your wide receiver room. You're competing against the defense. The faster that you latch onto that, the better off you are. Because you can't dictate where the ball's going to be thrown, how many reps you're going to get in practice. But if you beat the guy on defense over and over and over again, you're going to show up and get to make the team.
85-yard drive. Crosby tacking on one more. 24-10. Green Bay. Each quarterback tonight has led a touchdown drive. The latest, the rookie free agent, Tim Boyle out of Eastern Kentucky. He found the drafted receiver, Valdez-Scantling. Field or online at PackersProShop.com, including this kind of once-in-a-lifetime commemorative coin, which the Packers got special permission from the NFL to use before every home game. There is a coin that the NFL uses for every game, but the Packers went to the league, got special permission, and this coin can be found at the Packers Pro Shop, and it is terrific. For a collector, if you love the Packers, you want this, and look at what Wadley did. It is a touchback. He messed it up, though. That was spooky.
Now, see, if
ball was
I'm
muffed
making
by the
that
receiving
call,
team into the end zone, hit the pylon, which is out of bounds. This is a touchback. First down.
But that was
that was so close because it looked like it bounded inbounds and then went backwards and hit the pylon. Which he said is out of bounds.
Let's do a scoring summary here, James. Sure. It's presented by Spectrum, which you love. Spectrum's network drives enough bandwidth for today and whatever will come next.
Game
you can see with the 12 play 85-yard drive and the touchdown pass of 15 yards, and Valdez-Scantling comes up with a contested catch in the back of the end zone.
So there are some passes that are touchdown passes, and then there are some touchdown catches. That was the one that he took away from the defender and did a great job high pointing the ball.
Well, it's a 1st and 10 pass, and it's caught by Brandon Shippen. He's out of Temple. He picks up 22. And the throw on the money there by Luke Falk. Up to the 47-yard line. First down and 10. And this time he goes outside and finds another receiver. And this one is Deontay Burnett out of SC. He's got a couple passes tonight. Picks up 4. Here's that coin I was talking about that is now being sold in the Packer Pro Shop.
Right.
And turn it, if they ever, folks, turn it around to the other side. This has been rehearsed all day.
Got the big
turn it around, guys.
on the other side.
Turn it around. They didn't. Yeah. They forgot the script. Second down and 6. And again outside, this one out of the reach of receiver Jordan VC. He is out of Cal. That's the other side. And it would really be a wonderful keepsake. And for a Packers fan, it would be to commemorate the 100-year anniversary of the team.
We only have one between the two of us. And we're going to see which one of us gets to take it.
They've already awarded it.
I thought we were going to flip the coin between the two of us.
I'm sorry to inform you, it's all about longevity in the booth. I thought it was so sorry.
Who was hired by the Packers first? Because early on, you were working for free. You worked for free as a ball boy.
I was a ball boy beginning in '72.
That's child labor law. I'm going to get your dad in trouble.
Yeah, you can call him and he'd tell you.
What were you, 6 years old? You call, Daddy, I want to go play with the other kids.
No, my mom said, get this kid out of the house. So they sent me here, and I used to walk around and I will tell you that James Lofton and Larry McCarron were the two meanest players to me and Bart Jr. and Tiger Devine and everybody else.
Now let me tell you what you
don't
want to happen if you're playing defense right now, because we got to get back to the game.
Yep.
You're a cornerback. You don't want to get beat with a double move over the top. If you are a defensive guy rushing the passer, you want to win a one-on-one battle. So it boils down into basic elements.
4th and 6, and Falk overshoots his receiver, and the coverage on the play was turned in by Donatello Brown. He was in camp last year. Luke Falk missing. On downs, the ball goes to Green Bay.
See, Donatello is old enough to be named after what?
One of those
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Not that I really know that, but
now he's going to be coming after me next time he sees me. But nice name.
You know, Rich Gannon never brought this stuff up. I just want you to know. He did this for 10 years. He never said any of this stuff.
He's a quarterback. He was focused.
Yeah, that's right.
When you're playing receiver, you get out there. There's a lot of stuff to think about. We're running the other way. Hey, hey, look over there.
Oh.
Hurry up to the line. Get this play call.
Yes. So Boyle remains the quarterback, and the handoff goes to Judd, who takes it by midfield, is brought down by Devontae Lampkin, a free agent rookie out of Oklahoma, and a gain of 2 on the play.
Timeout Tennessee. Their first of the half. 30-second
timeout by Tennessee.
And so you go, okay, well, why would Mike Vrabel call timeouts? Because just like we were talking about Joe Philbin, talking about in the 6 years he'd been away, that Aaron Rodgers had 5,000 reps. He wants to get reps. He wants to get things on film, number one, so that he can teach, so that you can evaluate. And the same thing for Mike McCarthy on the other side. He doesn't mind that he's calling timeout on the other side. He understands what this is about, but it gives him time to run a basic, you got eye right offset, and you're going to run a running play. Very basic.
2nd down and 8. Judd, and tripped up from behind. Nice play right there by the defensive
timeout Tennessee. Their second of the half. 30-second timeout.
Chubb, and a loss of 3. Here is the upcoming schedule. We'll be here a week from tonight when Ben Roethlisberger and the Steelers come to town, wondering if Aaron Rodgers will play. Aaron Rodgers has already come out and said that they've done a fair amount of work to this playbook, and with the new coordinator and everything else, I think Aaron would probably like to see a little bit more time, and he's taken a lot of snaps in practice. Actually, he's gotten a lot of quality work in, but he's been getting a lot of throws in practice. He said, if I was on a throw count, I don't know it, even though I've got the broken collarbone coming back from that from a year ago. Boyle, deep. He's got the receiver. Touchdown, Kumaro. And that's what they've been seeing in practice, and that's what they see tonight. Making another statement about making this team, which has got a lot of young, talented receivers. 52-yard touchdown pass.
You don't want to be obsessed with making the team. You want to be obsessed with doing your job. Kumaro, what opportunities am I going to get? Is it going to be covering a kickoff? Is it going to be covering a punt? Is it going to be helping out on the punt return team, on the kickoff return team? But when I'm throwing the ball, I'm going to make the most of my opportunities. That time, good route. Yes, he's just going deep, but it's his location on the field. He's not pinned all the way up on the boundary. He leaves enough room to make Aaron Rodgers jump up and enjoy it.
Rodgers has been very vocal for this kid and his support. He's a guy I can trust. It's been his route running. It has been his attention to detail. And Kumaro, whose dad Eric was a first-round pick by the Miami Dolphins in 1988, played 3 seasons in the NFL. His cousin is Joey Bosa for the Los Angeles Chargers. And Jake, who went undrafted and has been on the practice squad in Cincinnati for a couple of years, a bit with New England last year, signed late last season by Green Bay, has come on very strong in this campus. I just quickly tell you the scoring summary presented by Spectrum. Spectrum's network delivers enough bandwidth for today and whatever comes next.
You know, when you look at guys who come out of nowhere schools, and jumping even further, Adam Thielen for the Minnesota Vikings.
Good comparison.
You look at, he comes to a tryout, gets through the tryout, and somebody's get through the hole right there. Come on, tackle him.
Wadley, who is that rookie free agent out of Iowa. We've talked about him a lot tonight for the Tennessee Titans. DeMarco Murray retired, so he's not there. And there's some positions open in that running back core for Tennessee.
Well, they have Deion Lewis behind Derrick Henry, so the 1-2 punch is there. But as you can see, you need more depth than that. And rosters are built by people differently, head coaches differently, because of how players perform. If you have a lot of receivers who are performing and they can fill roles on special teams, because you never want to be short on what you need once the season starts. So probably more important to keep more at a position that's so vital to you.
Here's the shotgun snap on 1st and 10 to Falk after that 64-yard kickoff return. Little catch and run right here by Dalen Dawkins out of Colorado State. He gets as far as the 23. 14-yard catch and run. So they're moving. They've got a couple of timeouts and the clock is ticking. Now stopped at 2:19 to play.
Out of bounds.
Yep.
So efficient usage of time. If you're the runner on that play, you've got to understand when the clock stops at the NFL level.
1st down and 10. 1 timeout remaining for the Titans. After that 13-yard catch and run. Falk, and caught by the tight end. That is Semish from Northern Illinois with the grab, shy of the 1st to the Green Bay 15 with a pickup of 8. That makes it to 2:13 to play here in the 4th.
Pipkins, number 41, is over there. He kind of cuts underneath, and you could see the hesitation because he's going, I think I can get this. Then he goes, I don't think I can get it. And he realizes that he should have gone to the upfield shoulder of the receiver and knocked him out of bounds, or at least stopped him, because he could have turned and really run up the field.
2nd down and 2. Falk. Incomplete, and going for Cameron Benson. They had some coverage over there from Josh Hawkins.
You know, it's not like the guys are tired at this juncture, but I'm just looking at my watch. It's 10 minutes after 10. Some of these kids were out here warming up on the field about 6.5 hours ago. So it's almost like it's 2-a-days. They were out there early. Now they're out there late, and you know, you're kind of trying to get your win back right now.
3rd down 2. Handoff, Dawkins, and he corkscrews for the 1st down. And then he was brought down in the secondary by Hearns. It's a gain of 6. It is a 1st and goal coming up from the 9. Kumaro moments ago with a 52-yard touchdown reception. Two-minute warning. It is a 1st and goal for the Tennessee Titans after a 64-yard kickoff return. Luke Falk, the rookie, to the end zone and incomplete. He was going for Semish, his tight end. 2nd down and goal. All rights to this broadcast are reserved. And any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written permission of the NFL is prohibited.
I've got permission.
Well, when you signed your deal, you automatically, yes, you were given permission.
So I can watch this again?
You can.
Good.
Some of our stations will air it later tonight after their local news. 2nd down and goal. And to the end zone, incomplete. Looking for Batson. Coverage on the play by Herb Waters.
You don't throw a fade route to a guy who's 5'6". I know he said he was 5'8". Good coverage by Waters, but is he going to out-jump him? I'm sorry. That's not the logical target. They threw to Shemesh, number 85, the tallest guy they got out there.
That makes sense.
Maybe they were trying
radius.
to trick you because you didn't think the ball was coming in his direction.
Well, it didn't trick you. 3rd down and goal.
There. Ooh.
Batson could not get it with that lunge.
Now, if Batson did play at Texas Tech, that Red Raider offense, they throw the ball out there. So he must have caught a lot of passes. Yeah, I like that. That's a nice move, working his outside and coming back underneath him. Yeah, if he could stretch out those little Mr. Gadget arms, he could catch that one.
Your old teammate John Jefferson might have been able to haul that in, huh?
And JJ would have caught that with one hand.
Yeah.
he was special.
4th and goal. Luke Falk, touchdown. Caught by Semish. Nice read, good throw, and they're on the board, highlighted with a 64-yard kickoff return, which sets up the 9-yard touchdown pass by Washington State rookie, 6th-round pick, Luke Falk.
Now, we haven't seen it. We don't know what it would look like, an onside kick. New alignment, kickoff,
there
all
is,
that.
yes.
Yeah.
New rules.
Is that something you'd roll out and just so you could get it on film, or give them a crazy look right here? I mean, would Vrabel do that?
We were talking to Ron Zook about that this morning.
Yeah. He wouldn't tell us exactly what it would
Illegal
look like, but he said they practiced
12
it.
men on the defense. That 5-yard foul will be forced on the kickoff.
And Vrabel's going, that's not going to do me any good. Give me some points.
Last year, Eric Decker was the leading receiver for this Tennessee team. He's gone. He just signed with New England. Yeah. They won a playoff game at Arrowhead Stadium, coming back from, remember, 18 points down to win. Here is the extra point, is up and through from Bernard. And it is a new score late here in Green Bay. In the first preseason game, the Packers had that second half shutout until right then. With the scoring summary presented by Spectrum. Spectrum's network drives enough bandwidth for today and whatever comes next.
Now, if we were to take this game back into a time capsule, and you read that about Spectrum with the bandwidth, and you went back 30 years ago, they go, what is he talking about?
Yeah.
Bandwidth? What does that mean?
You think what's going to be coming up in 30 years
Oh, my goodness. It'll be a hologram up there.
No
TV screen.
That's
just,
right.
Yeah.
No announcers.
So
you could pick your announcers from like YouTubers.
We talked about the hands team is out there now.
Yeah, here we go with that situation you're just talking about.
Yeah. Now you've got to back up behind the line. So get your foot off the line there. Can't have your foot back it up. Get your foot off the line.
And Valdez-Scantling will just let it go out of the end zone.
Another new rule, as soon as that ball hits the ground, it's now dead. You don't have to cover it up and run and scramble and do all that. Coach, what do I do here? Take a knee. Have you watched a lot of television? Come on.
This kid's saying, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a tough time making this team. I want to get some more things on tape. I think he's thrown the ball well at times.
Developmental player?
Yes. Well,
you know, and we're kind of hitting the fast forward button.
Yes.
We got 3 more weeks for this to play out.
Right, and they got 2 quarterbacks that have got a little bit of, yes. But they're going to sit on it here, and they're going to go to a knee. And that's each quarterback tonight for Green Bay passed for at least 100 yards. Each one had a completion of at least 45 yards. And the Packers, who are coming off a 7-9 season, who have changed coordinators on both offense and defense, not rewritten, but certainly rejiggered the offensive playbook.
And let Jordy Nelson go. You know, we haven't talked about the immense contributions that he made to this franchise. And not an easy decision to make. Randall Cobb stays, Jordy Nelson exits. Those guys we thought of as a pair. And then Devontae Adams emerged last year. And, you know, unfortunately, sometimes it's about the payroll and what you can afford to keep. Randall Cobb right there. And well, he's looking kind of buffed, isn't he?
Well, they're concerned about, a little bit of that injury that he had, that ankle surgery, removed a piece of cartilage. He wore a walking boot, and you can see he has no boot on right now, but he didn't play.
You'd much rather have him out there active running around.
In the family night, exactly. And so it's the same ankle that he had surgery, and they're managing the soreness, are his words, not mine, managing the soreness. So it is still lingering just a bit, and something certainly to keep an eye on as the Packers come away with the win. The quarterbacks, I think Mike is going to be fairly happy overall with what the quarterbacks did. Obviously, it's the backup position and the third position.
He won't show that to them, though.
No, probably not. But he even came out and said to Lance at halftime, I saw some good things.
This is the end of the game.
Aaron Rodgers, who will be, we think, playing next week against Pittsburgh, but we know nothing official. But that might fall into the wheelhouse of Mike McCarthy. Packers get a win, 31-17 over Tennessee.